Last time, we all got together and did this. We shopped.
We did shop.
We did shop. That just about covers the recap.
Got him.
uh, it's
Well,
currently Neth the
KFC
ninth,
got laid a lot.
right? KFC did his thing. Uh,
As did Leland.
as did Leland. Surprised Leland didn't panic and break something on the way out or something, like just burst down doors. But
Something got broken.
something, that bug got
Yes.
found. Anyway, currently, Neth the ninth. It's getting late. It's, sun well set. You guys have regrouped at the inn. Specifically the same broken, well, the lesser of the broken down inns, since the most broken down inn got destroyed. So you guys have been at the Salty Hook. The night is yours.
Alright, Sable, when Zeta, Dawn, and Obery get back, would be waiting for them at a table reading over one of the books.
As they enter, you can probably hear Dawn complaining kind of loudly about how they just gave up halfway. It's like they weren't even interested anymore. Just gave up. They started something and didn't want to finish it.
Sable's going to do her best to try and flag everyone down, get them to come over to the table.
What was given up?
Oh, that's right. You left after about the halfway point, Don says as he starts to head towards the table, towards Sable.
The Sable table.
Yeah, Sable table.
Disabled Sable table.
Well, see, apparently they decided they couldn't actually hit me, so instead they just decided to try and drag me towards the pit, and once that didn't work out for them, I got kind of mad, cast Enlarged Person on myself, and, well, they couldn't just handle me getting bigger for some reason.
Yeah, pit fighting sounds like cheating.
It seems like he handled it.
I mean, I handled it, but I mean, there were still half the guys left in there. I could have taken them all.
Did they ever get that door unlocked?
I don't think so.
Sable's going to interrupt. Just, what sort of trouble did you guys get into?
Francis started a bar fight.
I started a mosh.
And never
Strange.
mind, I don't want to know anymore.
It's
In
this
his
new
defense-
type of bar fight we're calling a mosh pit.
In his defense, it was probably one of the better ideas he's had.
Every now and then.
Anyway, I have been thinking for a while we may want to grab Obery. This...
What about Leland?
Yeah, we should probably grab Leland too.
What about Leland?
But I've been thinking that this bombard, I'm... Should we really help?
Sable, are you talking about bombs again?
Yeah, I'm not taking on the bombs.
Alright, seems like we gotta have this discussion. Is Leland sitting over there as well?
Sure. I mean, we flagged everyone down.
Where is Obery? Not here currently and getting water.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
a
here.
long time.
I have to slice lemons.
Is Aubrey at the table as well?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. So, why don't you want to fix the bombard, or help in getting the bombard fixed?
I mean, I'm all for looking at the weapon. I mean, it's like a gun. Love guns. But should it really be in the hands of West Crown?
Not West Crown, but Cheliax, but, I see your point.
Exactly.
Go on.
Like, we don't know much about Cheliax, like, but we know that there's bad shit going on here.
Is there? I don't know exactly what you're talking about by bad shit going on here.
Well,
I
you
mean-
got rebels, people, well, rebelling, I think. Whatever this religious incursion thing is.
And the bombard would be used to help stop the religious incursion that's going on.
Oh,
What, did you think it was just going to be used by random people? Hey guys, look, we built a bombard. Have some fun. 10 gold for shot.
well, when you build a weapon like that, it's gonna get used by somebody.
The Hell Knights were all over that thing like white on rice.
Well, what do you guys think? Stable looks to Zeta, Aubrey, Francis, and Leland.
Your opinion matters.
I think it's a little over a pay grade, to be honest. Our
I don't
pay grade
understand
means
why they
zero.
don't just move.
What, Zeta?
I don't understand why they don't just move.
What do you mean, the religious extremists or the bombard?
The extremists.
To be fair, that would be in everyone's best interests. I don't really get it myself. Yeah, Cheliax has a law that you pretty much gotta worship Asmodeus as is, but there's no laws saying that you have to live here. If people don't like it, they can just leave.
I mean, it is pretty awful here.
I wouldn't say that. It's pretty safe here, all things considered.
I don't. Sure, maybe. Not especially.
I mean, sure, it's had some problems before, but in the past, things have kept relatively safe here. It's because of the fact that there's so many laws. I mean, thinking about it, and this is more of a new perspective that kind of got put on me. What's a law but personal accountability?
If you're personally accountable, why do you need a law?
Because clearly people can't be trusted without it.
Sable's gonna interject real quick and state, you know, Gunn kind of has a point here in that he's part of the Hell Knights. He's kind of the law, part of the law-giving force in West Crown right now. So maybe we should follow his point of view here, and I should retract my contempt thoughts about the bombard.
Whoa, hey. Sable, I appreciate that, but at the same time, you guys all got pardons. You guys are free to worship and think and have whatever ideologies that you guys want. I'm not here to change anyone's mind. If you guys think that helping fix the bombard is morally refutable, then, that's on you guys' plate. At the end of the day, what we're here to do is kill an apocalyptic god dragon, not fix people's problems.
I'm not particularly invested in the idea of helping to oppress anybody here.
See, I think you're kind of wrong on that regard, too. These people that have holed up in an entire city, mind you, are pretty much holding it hostage at this point. They're the oppressors here. People in Cheliax seem to really like being, well, Chelaxian. It's different to us because we came from a village without laws or restrictions or anything like that, but these people, they're used to it. They like it here. They don't want it to change. I don't know if you noticed this, Zeta, but pretty much everyone here worships a literal devil.
I did notice. Thank you.
And then
This
someone
was,
comes
this was
and
something very. But as I'll point out, people may not want to leave because if they do, we point a giant gun at them.
That is also a good point.
Not really, considering this giant gun is pointed out Chelaxian territory. People People encroached on Chelaxian territory. They took advantage of it. They pretty much held it prisoner, and they've gone against the laws of the area. Yeah, that's why there's a gun being held at it.
So we point a giant gun at fellow Chilaxians?
I think these people have long since rescinded the right to be considered fellow Chelaxians. Zeta, look, the
how
laws. Go on.
How about we just take a vote here and say who wants to help with the bombard and who doesn't? And if we come to a group decision, There'll be no ill will about helping or not helping.
Don shrugs. Sounds good to me.
Let's start with Leland.
Hmm.
Huh? What?
Uh,
Huh?
Leland, do you want to help fix the bombard?
What's a bombard?
What's a bomb bar?
Do you want to help fix a giant gun?
It's unpaid and there will be no
You
dragons.
sure I wouldn't break it?
Well, like Aubrey said, it's unpaid work, no dragons, and it's literally impossible for you to break because you wouldn't be allowed to touch it.
Then why are we even going?
That's one vote no.
Aubrey?
I'll have to vote no on that as well. I like how Leland put it.
How can we fix it if we can't even touch it?
No, your turn's over, Leland.
Alright. Zeta, what do you think? Wait. I know the answer to that.
Is it possible that we could just convince these people to leave?
Don thinks for a second and scratches his chin scruff. I'm not so sure about that. I mean, it's always worth a try, but at the same time, walking up with a dude clad in Hell Knight armor, probably not a great idea.
All I'm saying is,
I can take care of your armor.
No.
we can. That's actually not a bad idea, Zeta. You know, if we can show them the mercy of Asmodeus, maybe they'll just, you know, see
I
our side and join up.
I don't think that's within our ability.
As I understand, the Mercy of Asmodeus is parked several yards out and is under repair.
Nice.
Oh, well, in that case, fix it.
One vote fix, 3 votes no.
I thought you
Same.
voted fix, Don.
Whoa, give me a second here. Sable, what do you think?
I still, before, I'm gonna preface it that I still think it's a good idea. We should talk to these people first.
I'm I'm gonna decline.
Don shrugs. To be fair, I was going to decline as well. Like I said, we're here to kill an apocalyptic god dragon. We're not here to fix Shellyax's problems. I mean, I am here to fix Shellyax's problems, but I'm looking at the more long-term solution here.
So
There's
go on.
no sense in really handling a bunch of religious extremists if we're all gonna die next week anyway.
Well, on the topic of apocalyptic dragons, the next topic I was going to bring up is where do we go next? I mean, Ustalov is where the next shadow dragon, the umbral dragon lives, but that's 1,000 miles away.
We go to the Umbral Basin.
No, that's a terrible idea.
Even
Well,
Celery thinks
I
that's a
tried.
bad idea.
Well, real quick, I've actually wanted to ask this for a long time. Ebony, what exactly is the validity of going to a completely separate kind of dragon and asking about a completely separate kind of dragon?
Ebony is she kind of tilts her head to the side a little bit, and she's just confused about what you're trying to say.
Well, do you guys have, like, a communication system or anything? A network? Do you talk to each other? Are you completely separate? I mean, dragons are just as different from each other as people are different from each other, if not more so. You all have different ideologies, different cultures. You know,
Different types of things.
She
you have,
she
like, family gatherings?
she's slightly offended that you would even think to characterize their kind as your kind. Uh, but she would go on to explain that she doesn't know that much about other dragon types, but she knows with black dragons that they're born with uh, some of the memories of their parents to act as an instinctual guide. So they're very. She says we're very knowledgeable in our own respects because we're born with an intellect unmatched by lesser beings.
Don points up at Ebony and he says, "We should probably take that in consideration before we decide to go off to Ustalov. For all we know, that Umbral Dragon up there could only care about its own shit and really not really know about any other dragons in the area or otherwise. The fact that Gandrahal knew so much about... That's another thing. We don't even know if what we're looking for is even an Umbral Dragon. I think at one point in time we figured out that it wasn't an Umbral Dragon. I don't remember. Everything seems so convoluted at this point.
You remember that whenever you explained, when you described what you saw to Gandrahal. No, wait. When you explained what you saw to, I believe it was Celery. I'd have to go back and check this later. I believe it was her that was like, it sounds like what you're talking about is an Umbral Dragon. And when you saw Gandrahal, he does look like the same type of dragon that you saw in the dream.
Okay, so, yeah. Well, in that case, if we're talking about Umbral Dragons, then maybe this dragon up there is the thing that we need to look for. Just something to take into consideration before we make any concrete decisions here. On the other side, though, we also have another avenue that we could explore. Gil told us about an area that might be worth exploring. Does anyone remember where he said he got that apocalyptic dragon god rock?
He said he got it at a cave, the same cave where he found Typee.
It's outside of a town, but
South
it
of
escapes me.
Corvosa.
Carvosa.
Wasn't it?
I believe so.
Wow, thanks, Leland. South of Corvosa. That might be another place to consider. And if I'm not mistaken by my geography, Corvosa is closer than Ustalov. I might be terribly mistaken with my geography, though. Anyone can correct me on that?
I could try.
Try to correct him.
I can try untrained.
As long as the
Ooh.
DC is not over 10.
I think I can correct.
Okay, Sable's got it.
That's in.
Sable would know that.
It's untrained.
Oh, it's untrained?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
We're just talking
No-
approximate geography here.
Yeah,
not
none of you are
Didn't we get
perfectly
maps?
sure. Zeta has an idea that it's probably correct that it's closer than Ustalov.
Don's gonna pull out the atlas and flick through it for a little while.
There you go. Now give me that check with the better check result.
Can I just
It
I'm
gives you
looking at the atlas right now.
Sure. It'll probably take you a while to piece it together, because it's not a one continuous thing. It's a bunch of separate maps. You kind of have to piece it together based on page numbers and such. But yeah, you would figure that taking a look at the map, Corvosa is closer. Um, you'd have to go north. You'd probably have to follow the road past Beld, and then follow the coast all the way around. So that or chart a ship.
Well, still, it's a lot closer. We could chart a ship to Corvosa and investigate that area. Though it's probably been years since Gil was last there, that might also be chasing a dead end.
Well, a dead end. It's closer and not 1,000 miles away.
It's at least a thread to follow.
Who has all of Arthas's stuff?
It's
Define all of.
Somebody give Don the coin and tell him to flip it.
I'll give Don the coin and tell him to flip it.
Okay. Don flips the coin. I call heads!
What's actually on the faces of this coin?
Uh,
I did it!
it's just a regular old Chilaxian copper coin. So on one side, it's basically it's got the symbol of Asmodeus, and on the other side, it looks like it's a female figure you'd imagine as the queen. It's very tarnished though. Still a copper coin. Uh, Donovan, what was your when you made your character? What was your +2 racial ability score bonus in?
That would be. I want to say strength. Would be whichever one was the highest.
Well, you lose 2 strength and you gain 5 wisdom. I'm sorry, you lose 2 strength and you gain 2 wisdom.
Ah, I don't like it.
Yeah.
Don immediately throws the coin down and goes, "That coin is cursed.
Your armor feels heavier.
Everything feels heavier.
That coin is cursed, and I don't like it."
Should have picked Asmodeus' side.
But now you have better
I
judgment.
did.
Oh,
picked
I thought
heads.
Is that heads?
Well, that depends entirely on what you find is more important. Do you think the queen is worth being heads, or do you think that Asmodeus is worth being heads?
The queen's
Figured
heads.
The queen's head was the head.
Anyway,
Anyway, whoever has the notes from the wizard, since you have the notes, I would imagine
You'd
you'd
feel rummaged through
recognize
the bag.
enough times that the academy is in Corvosa.
Haha.
Oh, okay. Then let's go to Corvosa. I'm 100% down with this plan to go to Corvosa.
It just seems like
This is
more
temporary,
fingers
right,
than one
Leslie?
there.
Yeah, it only lasts an hour.
Okay.
He's like, please, my strength.
In fact, Corvosa puts us
If it's
outside of
temporary.
Cheliax, so let's definitely.
Excuse me. I have a favor to ask. You guys are not inclined to say yes to this. Don't get me wrong, okay?
Yes.
Thank you, Zeta. I appreciate it, but maybe you should hear me out.
Look,
I know.
support you either way.
Thank you. I really appreciate
Let's fix
that.
the bombard, he says.
I want to fix the bombard. Gotcha.
Auto, yes.
Anyway.
Got him.
Anyway, so look, some things struck me as kind of weird last time we were in Danehold, and I know I said that it was gonna be the last time we were gonna be there for a long time, but so one of the magic tricks I picked up from the Hell Knights is that I can detect auras. I can detect chaos around the area. For instance, Zeta glows like a goddamn lighthouse, and well,
Which god?
Gil glows like a volcano in the night.
Oh, weird. What do I have in common with Gil? Wait, why am I glowing? Put it out!
you're chaotic.
No, you don't want him to put it out, Zeta. You remember what happened last time.
What that means to say is, in Chilaxian terms, you're heretical as hell.
I don't.
The
feel
the
very-
devil on your shoulder points out that hell is not heretical.
I hate you. I hate you, and I want you to die. Every
He's got it.
second of your existence is pain.
Wow! What did I? No! Whoa!
God, don't talk to Zeta that way.
Zeta's gonna go upstairs.
Zeta, I was talking to the devil on my shoulder.
We know she's a heretic, but like, come on.
You have a very strange way to compliment me.
Look, all I'm saying is, it's weird, okay? I know that everything that Gil said wasn't considered a lie, but at the same time, I feel like there's things he's not telling us. And not only that, there is a Hell Knight that lives in the same village as him. How is he not? Well, we've seen how merciless Furia can be.
But at the same time, is Gil particularly obligated to tell us everything about himself?
And
No.
has he actually broken any Chilaxian law?
Yes!
What
Yes, he
law?
has. He's a heretic.
But I glow like Gil, and you tolerate me.
Yeah, that's because you're my friend, and you also got pardoned.
Well,
Thought Gil
maybe
was also your
Furia
friend.
is Gil's friend.
And maybe Gil
Can
was
you-
pardoned.
Can you pardon Gil?
Could
I don't see any
pardon
reason
Gil.
to go ruining a good frog's life.
Pardoning is.
over-
You guys are
over
conflating
Nora.
pardoning with having, like, diplomatic immunity.
Guys, look. It's a curiosity, and like I said, it's just a favor. I want to ask Furia about it, that's all. She obviously knows about it, and she's obviously letting it go for some reason. I just want to know why.
Why not ask Gil?
Hey, yeah, sure, let's see how that goes. Knock on his door. Well, hey there, Mr. Gill. Nice to see you again. I was just wondering, why are you a filthy heretic?
Well, if
I've
you phrase
tried
it
that,
like that.
and he's a slippery guy.
I'm going to decline. I don't think it's. How to phrase it?
It's fine, I get it. We have other things to do. This is a personal thing. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah. So, in the morning, should we all make our way to Corvosa?
I think that's where
however
our
these
I
leads are
know.
bringing us.
Okay. Anyway, sounds good to me.
Oh, come to think of it, before we go to Corvosa, we should go shopping for something again. Do we have a map of Corvosa?
Of course not. Maybe.
No, you have stylized maps of,
Corvosa should
most
have
of
a
the
map
world.
of Corvosa.
Yeah, Corvosa probably
gotta
has a
get
map of
there.
Corvosa.
All we need to do is just,
Go to Corvosa.
Book it.
well,
Alright.
it would probably be easiest if we
You
got on
have
a
an
boat.
atlas here, right? Wasn't he just looking in one?
I have it right here.
Honestly, Zeta, maybe it's the Zeta rubbing off on me, but I kind of don't want to run a boat.
We should probably rent a boat.
What's wrong with boats?
How much to rent a boat?
I don't even think we'll have to rent a boat. I think we'll have to charter a boat.
Yeah, I feel like there's probably dozens of boats that go back and forth between Corvosa and Cheliax.
We're in West Crown. West Crown is a port city.
But I
I
kind of
think-
wanted to walk on the beach.
Well, we can't have everything we want now, can we?
Doesn't West Crown kind of have?
Taking the boat may also prevent us from running into any more of those shades during the night as well.
Oh yeah, there's that problem. Boat it is.
And besides, maybe I'll get to fight a sea monster.
Well,
If we're lucky.
Wait.
Okay.
Sea monsters are preferable?
Depends on what kind.
there can be shadows on boats too.
Personally, I'm rather against both sea monsters and drowning.
You gotta die someday, right?
Some people die multiple days.
Oof.
Leland's
bad day.
asking when we have
He's-
to go
that's
to.
out of character. I say we take the boat just because of the fact that, well, we don't have to deal with shades that way. We really don't want to deal with those things again, and I don't like the idea of my strength being sapped. I work hard to keep that up.
You already are looking a little flabbier than normal.
Don't rub it in.
So, yeah, we should get some rest and head out in the morning.
Sounds good to me. Hey, Ebony, you ever been on a boat before?
She says she can swim.
You are no fun sometimes. Don heads upstairs. You're no fun, this coming from the Hell Knight.
What a stick in the mud.
So is that all we want to do tonight?
Cough,
I
cough,
think
cough.
we can
Well,
call it. Come back in the morning.
I guess
Oh, we're
we
calling
should
it?
go.
Yeah, guys.
What?
What?
Nothing.
Wow.
Never mind.
get it.
I guess we
I
should
get
go
it.
like check out the boating schedules, figure out when we should actually be back.
I mean, it's night anyway. Curfew and all that.
Is it
Yeah.
that already?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, I guess so.
So you guys wake up Neth the 10th. It's bright and early, 8 o'clock. On Sunday. So there's a light rain.
Did Zeta predict this?
I don't
Yes.
remember. I don't remember a full action, but sure.
Zeta does not predict things anymore.
I predict
Predicting
things
ruins
all
the
the
adventure
time.
of life.
I was prepared for this rain. I even have my rain poncho up.
breakfast and let's make tracks.
Okay, I hate to be the stick in the mud here. Who am I kidding? I love being the stick in the mud. But don't you think that maybe we should stock up on rations and stuff before we head out? Boat rides can last a long time.
That's probably a good plan.
Perhaps we could fish as well.
Oh, there's
That'd be
plenty of time
awesome.
for that on the ocean.
And what if the horses? Are you intending to leave them here?
Fuck 'em. I mean,
Whoa, whoa, Don.
We just went out of our way to get them back.
it's a
Oh, Zeta,
joke.
did we
Of course we can take our
scrolls?
horses
Did
with
we
us.
do that in the downtime?
Yeah,
Oh,
we
cool.
already have a solution for the horse.
Great, never mind. I have the perfect solution for that.
You know, turn all the horses into statues.
Yes,
Correct.
all the horses are now statues.
I give them all the secret word.
Your secret word is mashed potatoes.
No one will ever say that on accident.
Hey, could you pass
Hey,
the
what do you
mashed
guys want to eat for
potatoes?
dinner?
Five horses explode from around the table.
So I guess we're gonna go out and buy some rations real quick.
Sure. Rations are cheap. Grab them.
I was able to
Um,
get that gauntlet, Leslie.
Sure, it's a gauntlet. Go buy a
How
gauntlet.
many trail rations will we need to last a month?
30 a person?
Yeah, one trail ration lasts 1 day.
Yeah.
Okay, so 30 a person. Cool.
Yeah.
It's 5 silver for 1 day worth of trail rations.
And carry around 30 pounds of food.
Shove it in Leland's bag, he wouldn't notice.
I have a bag of holding.
Okay, good enough.
Are you gonna buy all the rations and stuff it all in the bag of holding?
Well, you guys didn't use Ebony's hoard, so I mean, I'll dip into that a little bit. She
We
was
fed
expecting
Eb.
us.
Yeah, we fed her. It's time for her to feed us.
She was expecting a dip. It's cool. I'm pretty sure she was honestly surprised you guys did not use her hoard to buy items, but I'm sure she was also very happy about it.
Yeah, we didn't use any of the horse at
It's like,
all.
oh, I get good boy points, and I didn't have to spend anything for it. So, yeah, I'll buy us some trail rations.
Sure.
180 trail rations are gonna be nice.
No, I'm gonna buy us 50 trail rations.
So enough for
I
one and a
only-
half persons.
Yeah,
We could fish.
See, I've got a bag too. It's not a big deal. We can.
All right, fine. 180 trail rations. How much gold is that?
Okay, so I need to ask a
90.
couple logistic questions.
Thank you.
Yeah. So the horses are being turned into statues, right?
Uh-huh.
Correct.
Where's the cart going?
I guess we could post it up here somewhere.
I think it's time to say goodbye to the Danger Cart Mark II.
On the
Not
ship,
goodbye.
of course.
See you
Maybe give
later.
it to someone whose house got smashed.
No,
well, we
it's
can
not
only
upside
bring
down.
the cart on the ship if we actually pay for passage on the ship.
Yeah, perhaps we just bring it on with us and I'll sleep in it, I suppose. How do ships work?
Okay,
Oh, God.
I'll ask
We just
another
get on the
logistical
ship.
question. If you turn all the horses into statues, who's pulling the cart?
Leland.
Whenever we get, whenever we need it to be pulled,
I mean, I
we'll have
could.
horses again.
It's true, he could. He's stronger than a horse.
Okay. Without the horses, who's carrying the chest?
It'll be attached
Leland.
to the horses, right?
It's in the cart,
No.
right?
It was hanging off of spring, so wouldn't it also turn to stone with her?
Or I could just
understand
sing
the
the
cart.
Ballad of Dawn the whole time.
Separate thing. It says
think
things on the horse also turn to stone.
Suppose you
Yeah.
could put it on the horse and then turn it to stone, but isn't the chest also holding a lot of the gold?
Isn't this the floaty chest?
It is the
Yeah,
floaty
I'll-
chest.
I could just sing the whole time.
Alright, but it has to be a song
No.
that somebody you know and is close to you hates.
Oh,
Hated
no!
by the second day, I assure you.
Francis gives the
Second
closest thing to a
verse.
Lenny look.
The first might get
No.
better, but it's gonna get worse.
Alright. So that's fine, as long as you guys can figure out all that logistical stuff. So, what's your plan? You bought trail rations.
How much was it?
You motherfucker, making me go look at trail
90.
rations. Thank you.
90 gold?
180 had half a gold apiece. So 90 gold total.
Cool.
We'll be set for anything. Ever again.
Okay, so with that, Don ties up his bag of holding, puts it back on his waist, looks to everyone, goes, "All right, well,
So wait, Ober, what level spell? What spell you using?
toast."
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Carry companion. Indefinite, based on a magic word.
What level spell is it?
Level 2.
What level?
Two.
Second level spell.
Okay. How many second level spells do you have a day?
3.
How many
But we made
horses are
scrolls
there?
with it. We made scrolls with the
We've
spell.
Had to
You have to
weave.
cast the spell and expend it to make a scroll of it.
We made the scrolls.
Yeah, throughout our downtime.
Okay. As long as we get logistics worked
This
out.
was covered last week.
Cool. So, what you guys doing?
Well, with all the horses, all the stuff taken care of, we'll head for the port.
We gotta find the right boat to
Pirates.
stow away on.
To stow away on.
We're
Wait
not
a
stowing
second.
away.
Yeah, we're taking over the ship and becoming
How
pirates.
are we gonna stow away a cart?
We'll do everything, don't worry.
Guys, we're going to do this the perfectly normal way, like normal people do, okay? We're going to walk up, we're going to ask who's taking a boat to Corvosa, we're going to pay the people, and we're going to get on the boat, we're going to go to Corvosa. We're not going to go
Donovan.
through any witty antics, we're just going to go to Corvosa.
Donovan, we all have horses in our pockets. The antics have started.
That's not an antic, that's magic, that's just reality.
Anyway, to the
These-
port.
These are fair points.
To the starboard.
We'll go to the port the right way.
As
Port is
they're
to the
walking, Don looks at Zeta and he just says, "Zeta, have you ever ridden a boat before in your life?
No.
Then this is a new experience for you doing it the normal way. Next
So
time
is
we
it-
can stow away."
Have any of us ever ridden a boat?
No.
Fine. You're right. You're right.
I know I am. I'm always right.
I'm always right.
I wouldn't go that far.
Well, Zeta, the law is always right, and I am the law.
But sometimes you're left.
Once we're at the port, Staple will ask around to see if she can find where she could charter a boat.
Don will do the same.
Sure. I guess give me a diplomacy check.
I am the law.
Zeta's gonna just yell
Sounds
loudly,
like-
"Who's going to Corvosa?" over and over again.
All
Who's
right.
going to Corvosa?
Who's
Who's
going
going
to
to Corvosa?
So Donovan, Killswitch, you guys see this. You know, you guys kind of spread out a bit, start talking to people. Eventually, you two get pointed in the direction towards where most of the civilian boats are. There are a few military boats here, more than you were expecting. There seem to be some Royal Navy boats, but eventually, you know, if you're looking to charter a ship, they point you in the right direction. A lot of the ships you can tell are not going to Corvosa just by the looks of them. They're like flamboyantly representing the countries they're coming from, and none of them look like they're going that way. But you find one of the more plain-looking ships. There's an elven man kind of pointing, telling people which way to go to get ready. Obviously, the ship has already been unloaded. All the passengers off of it. He's just kind of directing the deckhands.
Don looks at Francis. "Back me up," and he puts his helmet on. Walks up to the gentleman. "Excuse me, sir."
The man turns around, says, "Oi, Can I help
As he
you?
turns around, I want to play a just kind of play like a dun 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 dun.
Okay,
I want to backtrack him, basically.
gotcha.
Back me up. Anyway,
You got theme music now.
oi, oi, oi. Anyway, I was wondering.
This is a very strange parlance coming from an elf.
Don doesn't really care. He's about it. He looks over at the ship and he says, "Are you taking passengers to Corvosa?"
Kind of cocks an eyebrow. He says, "Ain't being taking nobody to Corvosa anytime soon. Not after the uh, Strait of Eridan has these jacked up tariffs."
Jacked up tariffs, you say? So tell me, how much would it cost to get around said jacked up tariffs?
He kind of ponders for a moment. Says, "If I remember correctly, it's about 50% of um, cargo worth. Problem that is that the only way it's going to be profitable for us to go is if we have a lot of cargo. But you see the problem with the tariff.
You ain't got no cargo.
I
So that would make the tariff 0.
Nope.
Can't your
People-
cargo be people?
People can be cargo. That's right.
You do realize I'm not asking you to take us across for free, right? I'm asking to pay for passage.
It's a long journey.
It's a long journey and we're well prepared for it. How long is it?
Wait, from here. Hold on. Says maybe a week.
Much shorter than we anticipated. How would you say to, let's see, 6 people on your boat? We can work, of course. Not only that, we're skilled combatants in case you get attacked at sea. Not like that's a possibility, though.
He says, "Haven't need for combatants, nor do I have need for deckhands."
Aye, but you have need for gold, though, don't you?
I could have need for gold.
6 people, how much would it cost?
Well, that's an issue. I'm used to cargoing or ferrying many more people. We make stops up and down the inner sea. Can usually hold 20, 30 people at a time. Each of them 5 copper a mile. Not many people heading to Corvosa. In order for my
Don thinks
profits
for-
to be profitable, I need a full cargo of people.
Okay, I'm going to ask this, and this will settle it. Oh, I can't do this shit anymore. Don takes off the helmet. I'm sorry, Francis. I can't do this official shit. How much would you typically make from one trip to Corvosa with a lot of people?
He says, "I don't rightly know. Don't go to Corvosa."
Oh, God!
500 gold to take the 6 of us.
He kind of ponders for a moment and says, "I think that might cover it."
There, it's done. Let's go.
Oh yeah, real nice and easy to say when it's not your money, Sable. Don gives him the money.
Sable quickly stops Don. No, it's my money. I got it.
I thought the dragon was paid.
No,
No.
Sable's paying.
Excellent. Thanks, Sable. Appreciate that. When do
Seemed
we get
nice
the hell
boat.
out of here?
He says, well, that's, so I was planning on ferrying some people back, but this is a more opportune employment opportunity. We could have you shipped out of here in the next couple hours. We don't have to make the normal provisions.
I think we're all ready.
I'm sorry. Well, we're all ready, I think. Hey, is everyone ready?
I'm ready.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys are all ready to go?
I've picked up my sword, correct?
My crab look ecstatic.
Oh, no, I don't think you have, huh?
Let's make sure I bring that with me.
Yeah, it's actually ready today, so you can go pick that up before you
Yeah.
leave.
Good. We got some things to take care of, and then we'll be right back.
Sure.
So what kind of boat is this exactly that we're talking? I was totally picturing just like a fucking
Like a
big
what?
rowboat.
No, it's a sizable boat. It's meant to carry. It can carry cargo, or it can carry people.
Let's get the hell out of here. Everyone gives Don a weird
It
look.
has like
What?
Like, are we chilling in a cargo bay, or do they have like bunks and shit?
You can't tell because you're not on the boat yet.
Oof.
We probably
big
have a
hint
lot more
of my
room than
question.
expected.
Yeah, it's meant to carry 20 or 30 people, so
Plus carb.
Oh wow. Aubrey looks excited either way.
Okay, so we're going to pick up the sword, and then we're heading back and leaving this place.
all right. So you guys go pick up the sword, head back, get ready to get on the ship. Everything's packed up and ready to go.
Don makes sure he's got his fishing rod and all of his fishing stuff, and he's really excited about this. He looks like a kid bouncing around in his armor.
So am I bringing the cart?
Sure.
And there's probably room for it.
And we did load it up with firewood.
Yeah, we pretty much just bought this place out for the week.
All right. Um, so you guys start loading up onto the ship. It's a sizable ship. It looks like if you were gonna put 20 people on here, it would be pretty cramped. Uh, it's basically it's good enough. It's not great, but it's okay.
Don immediately gets to fishing as soon as they head out.
Um,
Time to catch deck worker.
yeah, the captain uh, of the ship, ER, says, "Hold on, we still got to get through the checkpoint before you start casting a line." And it's not well represented on the map, the world map here of West Crown, but the wall does extend to actually enclose even the coastal side of things. So there's um, a gate basically that the ship has to funnel through at some point before you guys hit the open sea, as it were. The next couple of days, uh, pretty boring. There's a day of travel before you guys get, you know, anywhere near anything, but you recognize most of the scenery off the uh, northern side of the ship. You know, you can see the coast barely. You can see at night the lights of Hingy, as well as the actual the port of Hingy, because you guys never actually went port side on Hingy. It's a big port. There are a lot of naval ships there,
How
that look
fast are
like
we
they're
going?
pretty armed. I don't know. How fast do you think
Enough.
ships go?
I don't
You
know
know,
how's the ship powered? Steam,
it's wind.
wind,
Steam?
sails. I don't know. That seemed reasonable. Going on such a long journey.
Steam.
No.
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 Magic, is that more reasonable?
That is more reasonable than
I feel
steam.
like Obi brings up a good point, guys. Why are we on a boat when we could have harnessed one of those water elementals?
That
Wrote
would
it.
have been
Those
interesting.
things zapped me last time.
I feel like with a little
There's no
proper
steam
application
engines here.
of elemental science, we could actually functionally get a boat that would probably run a lot faster than this. Hell,
Zeta, we don't have
probably-
time.
Well, of course we don't have time, even though we are on a boat and we have nothing but time. If we
Zeta,
were
it's been a
able to
day. Are you bored already?
yes.
I'm a little bored.
Oh my
Well,
goodness.
to
All we could do is stand on the boat.
Zeta, don't you do that breeze thing?
just
Can
go
you make the
stand near the
breeze
sail,
He-
hope it's helping.
He asks as my hair and everybody else's hair is flopping around near me.
Perhaps Francis
what-
can just
What
write
breeze
us a
thing?
song.
Oh, that breeze thing.
Oh yeah, the sea shanties are coming out, by the way.
I
So,
anticipate them highly.
so you guys are have been on the ship for a day already. It's already, you know, moon day. You know, it's midday at this point, net the 11th, and you guys see it coming up ahead of you. This massive bridge, basically, that seems to go across uh, this entire choke point of the ocean. There's a huge city. It's probably not as big as West Crown in total landmass, but it's built up higher. It's got what you can only imagine are. Uh, you've seen some ships on the way over that were bigger than the ship you're on that have cannons in the middle section, like rows of cannons. The walls of this place look like it has rows of cannons. The walls of the city that point out to the ocean. As you guys kind of slow, drop anchor just the actual, before you get to the actual arches that make up this giant passageway, a smaller boat and a small gnome man kind of tallies off some stuff and has some words with the captain, who then there's some coin exchanged before everything picks back up. They're allowed to raise anchor and head back out. Let me get you a quick picture, if I can, of what these arches look like, because it's actually pretty cool. Oh, I have to do the thing. Image. And I should have showed in folder. I hate everything. Everything's taking forever. Here you go. Roughly what it looks like.
Ober's pretty amazed at that.
Sable's amazed. And
Yeah.
On with awe.
Is
Like
that
I
us
said,
right
the
there?
sure. So, like I said, the city's a massive city. Uh, this is sort of what it looks like. The land bridge has a damaged section on this picture, which isn't there when you guys get there. But that's the land bridge, the big arch that connects the two sides, the two coasts. But you guys pass through until you hit open ocean. Uh, the boat slowly starts to turn northward, and off the western side, you can see endless ocean. There's no land in sight.
Are we officially out of Cheliax?
No.
We're officially out of West Crown.
But the next couple of days goes by pretty uneventfully. You can mark off your rations if you want.
I mean,
Zeta has been, I say writing, but she's been singing, and her books have been writing for her.
Neat trick.
Don has been fishing.
Oh, give me some profession fish.
Oh boy, I'm good at these.
You're good at profession fish.
Yeah, he's actually pretty good at this. All right. I'll say that's probably enough for about 3 people to eat. So 3 of you can save rations if you want. Ebony is miserable.
Is she seasick?
No. There's no food for her. She has to eat non-fermented food.
Just leave some fish out.
She's
Yeah, that's
very
the plan.
she's very happy to actually have somewhere to swim for once, although the water stings.
Oh,
Aubrey also seems overly interested in the water.
Overly
yeah.
interested.
Sorry,
Overly.
guys. We have rations. Ebony needs to eat. The fish are rotting for her sake.
I'll fish some of my own if I feel the need
You can't fish.
for a little bit. Anyone can fish.
Watch me.
He can grab fish with his beard
Yeah, you can go with a survival check to try to fish.
or an attack roll.
Fishing is
I don't know how long you think that beard
the
is.
oldest art form. It's 10 feet. Not long enough.
But on Neth the 13th, you guys are getting. You guys see your first bit of land other than the mainland. Uh, you see some islands in the distance, and as you're passing by one of the islands, Zeta, give me a knowledge arcana.
Ooh, can I do this?
Sure, you could do this.
I'm gonna jump in
Train.
if I can.
Wait, no, that's not right. That would be
Is it
formal.
Arcana?
Yeah.
Ooh, ow.
All right,
Okay.
It's a 32.
Dono, do you not have it trained?
It's trained.
Oh, you're just bad.
I'm just bad.
Okay. So,
Still, 17's pretty good.
Sable, you also got a 17. Sable and Dono, you can feel something a little off about this area. You're not sure if you might just be seasick though. Like you've been at sea for a while. It's been a few days. It's
I do not get seasick.
it's pretty boring, but something is, I don't know, unsettling. Uh, Zeta, you're familiar enough with magic. Something's very off about the environment. Something um, almost alien about the way that this place feels magically. Like if you were to detect magic, it's sort of like if you can imagine detecting magic, the different schools of magic being like flavors. Uh,
Okay.
it's like going from um, like
Built
real grape to artificial grape. You know, it's like there's something a little off.
about how big does the island look?
There are a few different islands. One of them noticeably larger than the others. You guys are passing between 2 of the larger islands. Or I'm sorry, no, you're passing between one of the larger islands and one of the smaller islands. There's about 5 islands in total. Um, Let me think here. Who all spinning? Where are you guys ship wise?
Don's fishing off the side.
Okay.
Sable would be on the deck fiddling with her gun.
Yeah, Leland would also be on the deck, most likely.
I would probably be in whatever secluded corner I can find, seeing to my books.
And what about kill switch? Kill switch?
Francis.
Bueller.
He's writing sea shanties.
Sorry. Sorry, I was writing sea shanties.
Okay. So I suppose Donovan
Actually,
and Sable give me perception checks.
Those I am good at. Well, I say that, then I roll a 7.
It's all right.
You rolled 2.
Well, Sable, you still got a high perception check, just because you have a good bonus.
Mm-hmm.
You hear like a thunk, almost, near the front of the ship.
I'm gonna go check that out.
Well, when you look over, one of the deckhands is already approaching the side of the ship there,
Mm-hmm.
and you see the deckhand just fall overboard. And
Sable's point. Go on.
as he falls overboard, this creepy looking creature takes his place on the ship. And right after that, you hear numerous other thunks. Let's go ahead and get initiative.
Can Sable have time to yell out, "Something's here"?
Sure.
Alright.
It's a dinghy.
Ooh, wow. That's the sound I'm hearing in my head too.
I haven't rolled over a 10 in like 3 sessions.
That's right.
Alright. Go ahead and put the turn order up.
Why is the sail in front of the bow?
Because it's 3-dimensional. You're looking at the front sail. The other ones are see-through because it's in front of you.
Yeah, but like the bow's in front
It
of
is
the sail.
vertical above that point.
Yeah.
I got you.
It's not just sticking
Yeah,
out front,
I see
sticking
that now.
out front.
Yeah, the
It looked
layering
like a
of
single
it's kind of
mast
weird.
separate from the ship itself.
You guys go ahead and add your turns in there.
Francis goes before I do.
One D20, huh? Alright. There we go. Now I'm better. Currently rolling 1d20 killed sound for me. It's too much for the game to handle. Alright.
Gotta go turn down your roll 20 settings.
Maybe
draw
install some more
distance.
RAM
Right.
Install liquid cooling.
in his RAM.
Remember where I was with all this. Alright. So,
KFC goes before lead.
gotcha.
There we go.
Alright. So, for the surprise round, all of these ugly fish people things clamber up onto the actual deck of the ship. But that's all they can do, because they only get a move or a standard. Sable.
Alright, so it's officially my turn?
Yep.
Alright. A 5 foot here and try to no, not there. Here. Try a reposition with Don.
I allow it.
Okay. Do you have,
I do not.
Okay, so it provokes.
Yep.
Plus 26.
Right. Bam! Dead.
Oh no.
That'll do it.
Yeah. Nice. Let me make sure they don't have anything weird. Nope. +2. Take 9 points of piercing damage as it strikes out with a trident.
Don and I switch places. Sable just kind of rushes him like, Don, help! Gets poked.
So you basically move and switch places with Donovan.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute. So you...
I 5 foot step.
Well, you can't move Donovan into your space. Because you can't both occupy the same space.
You can step to there, then move him forward.
That provokes twice.
Or you could delay your action until Dawn makes space.
Yeah, Don, you're gonna have to step back here.
No, I'm just gonna attack them. I'm gonna run in there. Get in that shit. You'll be fine.
We're redoing it
Yeah,
because
it's-
nobody understood how it was going to work.
Oh.
Yeah.
So wait, what's going on?
Can't actually move it. She's gonna hold her turn
They-
until dawn. Probably
Okay,
take
so she's
5
gonna hold her
steps.
turn until dawn. Okay.
Wait,
Yeah.
okay, real quick. Why would I take a 5 foot step back and then lose my ability to punch things?
You're not.
Because
You
you,
were-
haven't moved yet.
Yeah, you were already
Rewind.
there.
I was
Okay.
unable to actually reposition. So
Yeah, because you can't...
you.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I get it now.
Alright. Kill switch.
So we're gonna whip out the flag and start singing our sea shanty here. Inspiring
Alright.
courage.
Did you draw a pirate hat on your little Asmodeus chicken?
Do we go a little faster?
Not that good at it.
I mean, do we go a little faster?
It's like a little mash.
No. Are you moving anywhere, kill switch?
No, I can't not withdrawing the thing and starting the song.
Alright, Leland.
Rip that guy.
I should probably go help the knot captain.
I'm also gonna head that direction.
No, I need help.
You can
Right, but
run out whenever Dawn
I mean,
pummels him. Since you're holding your turn.
Okay.
Plus, we've got the other deck hands there to.
Maybe you could
help
even like
close.
try to climb up a bit if there's like a crow's nest somewhere.
Like, anything I do right now is going to provoke an attack of opportunity. Unless I pull control to where,
To the crow's nest.
which would provoke an attack of opportunity. Climbing provokes.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and run at this guy. I'm not gonna charge because I see the stairs there.
Right.
What bonuses am I getting from Song and Banner?
+5.
Oh. Okay then.
Yeah, that'll hit.
My damage roll was higher than my attack roll.
Yep.
Oh wait, I forgot the +5 from.
Yeah, is that including my shit?
Doesn't matter. He's incredibly dead. You can describe what you do to this fish person if you'd like.
Kind of an upward swing, like, because I'm running up the stairs, kind of thrust it forward and then just swing upward right through him.
Yeah, the other fish guy next to him seems pretty shocked that this is
Wait, we were just coming to trade.
right.
We wanted to offer you fish.
All right, the captain here sees his opportunity.
Guns it. Fucking rip, Captain.
Well, that's gonna provoke because he was gonna try to acrobatics his way out of there from
Swashbuckler.
3 of them.
Does he trip over the wheel?
no.
Jumping over it.
It's okay. One of them hits. Oh, that's pretty good.
There she goes.
He's just gonna run after that. He's gonna take his standard to get his move, and he's gonna go below deck. He yells out as he's going down that you said you guys were good fighters. I believe in you.
He did just get sprayed with gore.
He just sees that thing get exploded and he just goes, yeah, no, I'm not dealing with this shit today.
All right, Zeta.
Zeta's going to, very annoyed, close her books and kind of look to see what everybody's doing down. I guess I'm up above, yeah, down below. And then I'm gonna go ahead and wait for them.
Wait for them?
No, I'm going to wait for Donovan to go.
Okay, Donovan.
Okay, time to take a 5-foot step, right?
Yep.
5-foot step. And as I'm doing so, the rage cometh.
Wait. Sorry. Yeah, let's rewind for a moment. Because I'm realizing now that there's too many people in the way for Don to just jump in there. Why can't you just jump in there? Gotta make things difficult.
Do you have something you're gonna do?
Yes,
Okay.
I'm going to cast a Quaeus Orb.
All right.
Against fish people.
Yeah.
Water
What are
can
they?
still move them.
They wish they could swim. So I'll go ahead and produce a a glass bead and a small drop of water. Drip it on the bead. Speak my Orin words, and in a rolling sphere of churning water forms. We'll have it form right over here.
Right over where?
If we'll draw that,
You said there?
we'll go ahead and right there.
It's a reflex save.
Yep, they're gonna need a reflex save. Well, first they're gonna need a reflex save. So
Oh.
I think they made it.
well, goddamn.
Right.
Okay, whatever. I'll use my move action to produce a wand. And the
All right.
yeah, I'm going to actually as a move action. God damn. As a move action, we're going to. Yeah, sorry, just draw the wand. That's it.
Okay. Donovan.
5-foot step. Rage while doing so. Oops. I'm gonna punch it. I'm
Yes.
gonna punch it.
You know, swift action into dragon style first.
Yes.
Okay.
And this is with a +5, right?
Yep. Again, the +5 is not strength, so it doesn't get multiplied.
19 hit.
Yep, 19 will hit. Hmm. Is it lethal or non-lethal?
It's lethal.
All right, you tell me how it goes.
That bad, huh?
Yeah, 24
just
damage
leave
tends
it.
to be.
Don's just gonna punch it across the side of the face.
Snap its neck.
Instantaneously. Either that or the head goes fucking flying. I don't know.
I like Jet Force Gemini ants.
Shit.
All right, so is there anything else you're doing?
That's all I can do.
All right. Sable. Don did a thing. So you're just gonna move?
You know what? Seeing the creature get killed is going to embolden Sable. She's going to 5-foot step, drawing her gun.
Okay.
Try and shoot this guy here, provoking because I'm shooting in melee.
All right. You just take the damage from earlier. I don't feel like re-rolling it,
Alright.
and then shoot him.
Flames. I'm actually remembering point blank.
That'll hit.
Is this Darkest Dungeon?
Yeah, it's Darkest Dungeon battle music.
Nice.
Yeah, they've got good music.
Ooh.
Oh my god, did you guys manage to not
That
kill one?
including the... Hold on, it's all weapon damage rolls with the banner and song?
Oh yeah, you didn't add your +5.
No, I did not.
That's okay. He still stands. He's very hurt by this.
He's offended by this.
Yep. He's like, wow, a gun?
This
Easy.
offends my sensibilities.
Okay. So, they're about to do some wacky shit. So the standard actions. Starting at the front of the ship here, one of them is gonna roll to aid.
Oh no.
Oh shit.
Just throwing the crew overboard.
Medium
Definitely aids. The other one is gonna roll to reposition. Yep. Tosses this boy overboard. And with their move actions, they jump overboard. In the middle of the ship, you'll never guess what's gonna happen.
Rip this guy.
This will aid. That will
So-
aid.
The bar fight was just practice for this.
That will aid. And that will aid. 4 of them. 4, 8, 12. What's his CMD?
I think they got him.
They got him. Yeah, and they beat it by more than 5. So this guy goes over, and then they all hop down as well.
If Sable's willing to whack it with the gun.
These guys up here, having no one to really even attempt
Hold
to
on,
take
I can
with them.
whip that guy.
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
This one left threat and range, and
Yeah,
Sable
you
can
could
whack
bop
it
him.
with the gun.
So you shouldn't
Finish.
actually be able to reposition overboard.
That'll hit.
Oh, neato.
See the damage.
+5 from
Oh yeah.
pretty sure he's dead. Do more damage with the butt of the gun than the bullet.
Yes, I did.
But no, yeah, that'll finish him before he can actually make it over the edge. With that, combat's gonna drop, because there's nothing left to fight.
Unless we go in after them.
Yeah, unless you go in after him.
No.
No? You guys don't want to jump in the water after these obviously amphibious water creatures? You sure?
Sorry guys, I'm basically a living fire elemental, so I'm gonna pass.
Eventually, the captain comes back up to check on how everything went.
Not good. Okay, went pretty poorly.
All things considered, yeah, out of character, yeah, went pretty poorly. Eventually, he kind of comes to grip, takes stock of the situation, and he realizes that a few of his deckhands are no longer with hands on the deck.
Don will offer to assist in any way he can.
Wait, this guy's supposed to... Yeah, he's still there.
Yeah, the bloody mess that Zeta's standing in.
Yeah.
So, maybe let's not stand in the blame.
Shishimi.
Sashimi implies it was done carefully.
Ebony kind of pops up from the side of the boat. And she kind of looks to you guys like, "Do you guys see that?"
Why'd those guys go swimming?
Hey, Ebony, how'd those guys turn out down there? They okay?
They're fine. I'm sure they'll
She-
make it home.
She says, I don't know. How long can humans survive underwater?
Not long.
How deep can humans survive underwater?
Not far.
Then no.
Ebony, come up here. I got some rotting fish for you.
She kind of saunters over.
I give it a tasty rotting fish.
She of course looks to the two dead fish creature men people.
You can eat that?
Yeah, that's the gist of what the look on her face says.
Don looks at the fish that he caught for her, and looks at the fishman. He says, hey, you know, it's the same difference. Have at it.
She says, I'll wait.
Just tell the captain, don't bother cleaning it up. We'll get it later.
we got a dog for that. But I take it she eats the rotting fish.
Yeah, she starts with the rotting fish. There's a process to this. Obviously, you got to catch the fish for one day, and then a few days later, when it's nice and rotten, she'll eat it.
Don is happy about this. It's like his daughter.
Just get a bucket for Ebony to spit acid into. Just store the fish in there.
It would help with the breakdown of the bucket.
That was subtle, but I got it. I caught it. Anyway,
So,
Come on.
oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I don't know about you guys, but these islands are giving me a weird feeling.
and I don't know about you guys, but these islands are giving me a weird feeling, and I want out.
I don't know. I
Actually,
think the islands seem really exciting, guys.
We just had 2 deckhands get dragged off the edge of the ship and devoured live. I really don't think we
Well-
should stick around this area.
We also killed 2 of the sea monsters. You said we would fight sea monsters. We did fight sea monsters.
there's definitely some weird magic going on here, and
Just have to hightail it
no,
through.
What if those sea monsters have more deckhands?
The captain is just cursing because he's lost his men, and he says, "I knew it. I knew we shouldn't have gone into any waters that weren't protected by the Royal Navy."
Wait, I thought you've done this before.
He says, "No, I was very insistent that I've never been to Corvosa."
You really weren't.
either way, why don't we harbor at one of these islands and see what's going on?
The captain looks kind of flabbergasted at even the concept of stopping anywhere near this place.
I feel mildly inclined to agree with his expression right now.
He's like, "They just took 3 of my men."
2. Wait, yeah, 3.
And you want to stop on an island nearby?
Of course.
There's something really weird going on here, and I feel like we could probably put a stop to it.
What do you mean something really weird going on here? We're
I
getting
don't know. I'm just getting this sense that there is something dark and magical about this place.
Actually,
I wouldn't have used the exact words. I would have said exciting, but dark and magical, I suppose, is.
Oh yeah, because that's gonna convince the good captain to take port in the goddamn island. Hey, you just lost 3 of your men. Let's
He's
go
not the
park in the
cap-
spooky island.
What about an extra 200 gold?
he says, "I need to be alive to spend it."
I'll be right back, guys.
And weren't we gonna go figure out that dragon business first? and we can come back later.
I'm not sure if we'll find a boat that's going to take us back this way.
The Captain Yar says,
Yep.
"Be happy to drop you off at the island. I'm not staying on these waters."
That'd be okay. We would find our way back.
We would?
I would.
He kind of looks to the sides of the ship and says, "Well, you better hope that island has a port. 'Cause I don't have any longboats or rowboats."
Well, if you don't have any rowboats, then maybe we may as well just pass along.
He says, "You're more than welcome to swim. I'll get as close as I can without beaching us."
Aubrey, what do you think?
It certainly would be fun to explore, but I certainly don't want to get into the water without a boat at the moment. Being that we just saw people get dragged into the water.
Likewise. Zeta?
I've already voiced my opinion.
Well, we know Don isn't down. I'm not down. Aubrey doesn't seem to be down. What about you, Francis?
Without like a smaller boat to get us close? I don't know. I think the captain's at least right about that. There's no getting close without swimming. And I'm not sure how I feel about that. I mean, I'm sure Zeta and I will be fine. Just walk over the water, but I don't know about you guys. But though it would
Oh,
be nice to see
yeah.
just what they got going on, you know? Like I said, maybe they've got more deckhands over there. Maybe we can bring back some of their guys.
They were pulled down and deep.
Well, yeah, I'm definitely not going that far down.
Looks like we're carrying on. Sorry, Zeta.
That's okay. Really, I mean, either answer solution here. No need to apologize.
All I'm saying is we should thank Asmodeus that the losses weren't, worse.
Well, Zeta,
I'm back.
can you detect anything specific from these islands?
Mm, how specific are you talking here?
Like, what can you tell? Is there dark magical stuff?
We're a little far off.
Yeah,
Alright,
pretty
never
sure the
mind.
islands are more than 60 feet away.
Believe it or not. Yeah.
I can see it same as you, and I feel the inkling towards adventure. It does seem like an exciting island, but as far as anything specific, we're a little too far away. Specifically, adventure.
I don't know. How's our fine captain friend feel about adventure?
He said he'd drop us off.
He'd drop you off as close as he can get.
And then he'd what, leave?
Yes, he would just leave.
And he doesn't have any boats for us. We'd be swimming.
Yeah, I told him that's fine. That's not a big deal.
Sable, you paid 500 gold for this trip. You really want to just want to throw it down the drain and go on an island adventure?
No, everybody agreed that we weren't going to.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
I mean, I kinda still do, but let's go.
To be fair, we could teleport back to West Crown, but
How?
How?
we have a teleportation spell.
that we haven't made work successfully.
Well, if
Ever.
we're stuck on an island, we have to make it work.
Don, ixnay on the teleporting Oak Bay.
Why?
I mean, we don't want to tell everybody about our teleporting book.
Anyway,
Well, if we're down to try out the teleporting book, we could definitely.
Go
Look.
for a swim.
I was just talking about it. I wasn't saying that we should go on the island, okay? Sorry I brought it up.
Okay.
Put it
Speaking
to a
of
vote.
teleporting-
You guys have been voting on stuff already.
Speaking of teleporting books, I'm gonna take out one of my spell books, and I'm going to speak some words in Orin, wave my hands about, and my spell book is going to dissolve into quickly fading lines of energy.
Okay.
Okay.
How are you gonna read it like
Eh?
that?
I
How am
guess.
I-
Go on.
Well, I'm not gonna read that book, Leland. I have other books.
It's not a book anymore.
It's still a book. It's a book in another place.
Let's just keep going. Otherwise, I'm going to be further enticed.
Okay. So you guys still have a few days before you get where you're going. About 3 in total, depending on how the winds go. Does anybody want to do anything over these days?
Fishing.
Sure.
I'll do some
Um,
fishing and general enjoying the scenery.
Going to look at my gun and see if there's any further improvements I could make on it.
Captain
Yes,
lets it
it's
be
for
known that he can
sure.
now use some help on the deck.
Don will help.
Leland will help.
KFC will sing. Speaking of, I've got the song for it, by the way.
Oh, do you?
It's oh yeah, it's what do you do with the raging hell knight? What do you do with the raging hell knight?
Well, what do you do with a Raging Hell Knight?
You throw the bard overboard.
KFC's gonna go sing somewhere else.
Sable will take the crow's nest,
Okay.
and while she's up there, she'll passively look around, trying to figure out a way to further improve her gun.
Sure.
Make sure you keep it oiled up. This salt water is not good for the metal.
You're telling the gunslinger how to manage a gun.
Okay, just trying to be helpful. Don's wearing a full suit of armor. He's making sure to keep up his armor, Just being fucking helpful. You want to be a smartass about it, that's cool.
They're like Cersei Lannister, or not Cersei, freaking what's her
Don starts giving people tetanus by punching them.
Zeta's gonna walk over to Don and you missed a spot. I'm just gonna cast a spell on the suit.
Dispel
What did you just do to my
suit?
armor?
I cleaned it.
What's dispel suit?
No, cast a spell on the suit.
Oh,
The spell is the spell suit.
I was like, Jesus Christ.
Dispel armor.
No, prestidigitation. I'm
Did you just
cleaning
prestidigitate
the
my armor?
Yes.
Thank you,
Is it
Zeta.
now pink?
sounds
No, it's clean and dry.
Maintaining a passive perception of 22 to see if I can spot anything.
Sure.
While I'm at it, I'll go around and I'll clean everybody else.
Thank you, Zeta.
I've gone ahead and stored the corpses of the fishmen in the hold.
Sure.
Someone's gonna have to clean that later.
The captain recommends putting them in the bilge, so no one has to deal with that.
That's Don does that.
And
he
then-
he tells Evany where they are for when she wants a snack.
Yeah, sure. So you tell Evany that they're in the bilge. Eventually, it's like the next day, she goes down there, and she comes up later, and she seems excited and angry excited that there is a bilge, and what a bilge is, and angry that no one told her it existed before then. Um,
Don asks, "Wait, what is a bilge anyway?"
it's essentially like the bottom of the ship that you can use to keep fish. It's
This,
just a water-filled
she must
area.
be so happy right now.
She's so happy down there. She's just got like water and dead things. The only thing she really
Dark.
needs now is coins.
I'll give her 100 coins to have down there.
Right?
Just make sure you pick
Little
them up
pile
before
of
we
copper
leave.
pieces that she just lays on.
She just needs a freshwater boat in the middle of a swamp.
Right? So, uh, up there on the crow's nest, it's much the same. It's pretty boring. You're just looking out for coral reefs and such. You'll yell down at the captain whenever you see something that looks like it might cause damage. You'll alter his course. Passive perception of anything over 20 is pretty good. Eventually, you guys see a town close by, like on the. Well, I guess Sable sees the town on the coast. Uh, but you guys just sail right past it, basically. Away from the coast, you guys are making distance from it, if that makes sense. Because when you round the corner between the two islands, it's on your right, so to your south, and you guys are going northeast.
So wait, on the islands were the town.
No. So you guys pass between a larger island and a smaller island, and then further to the east is the mainland,
Right.
and then you guys go uh, north between them, and then cut northeast. And then as you cut northeast, the mainland is south of you.
Okay, I kind of makes sense.
Yeah, so you guys are curving around. Basically, a gulf opens up, and you guys are cutting across that gulf. Another couple days pass. Uh, Look at this guy and this map.
Just so we're all on the same page.
Yeah. Eventually, on it's around midday Oath Day on Net the 14th. You guys end up taking port. In a coastal town.
Cool, now we can do something for my birthday. Well, belated birthday.
When was your birthday, Zeta?
Neth, the 11th.
All right, the
Feel
captain
left
lets
out
you
and stuff.
guys know whenever you get here that we're gonna be taking port for the night. We need to restock up on fresh water, as well as provisions, preferably a couple of deckhands. And you guys can either sleep on the boat or get a night at the inn.
Taking the town.
Taking a look at the atlas,
Why are
Uh,
we taking it?
you guys are porting up in Cantargo.
Cantargo.
Target is huge.
It's not on the map that I linked, but that's
Cantargo is like right there next to, if we're looking at Chiliax, it's it's close to Nadal.
but not quite there.
Not quite
Wow,
there.
it's home of heretics.
So the map I linked, if you see where it says Menador Mountains north of Barrelwood, follow that river north. That's it.
Yeah.
Still in Cheliax, unfortunately.
Still
Sorry, Zeta.
in
Still a
Cheliax.
still a heretic.
So you guys are free to get yourself an inn if you're wanting to stay in an inn. You can do something in the city if you're wanting to do something in the city.
I want to take in the city, see what's going on here.
Sure.
See
It's
how
pretty
the,
obvious, just being in the port, that the port is most of the economy here.
What would it tell me about the city? Would it be
It'd be a knowledge local, I'd assume.
when that? Thought that was more relevant to like my local, where I
No.
came from.
We're still in Cheliax.
Yeah, you're still in Cheliax,
Cool.
and you can assume that after a couple of hours of being here, the knowledge local will represent your feel of
Yeah,
the
I'll go
area.
for it. After we've walked around the town.
You could always go for diplomacy
Yeah, you could be
and just
diplomacy.
ask.
I'm just trying to learn more about like the city itself, its history and stuff.
Oh, the knowledge history.
See, that's a thing that I didn't even think about. When does that ever come up?
No one's ever
That's
cared about
knowledge
history.
local. Here's knowledge history.
I'll go for it as well.
Nice.
Some low ones.
We're doing this untrained.
Finally, at least
I read
a 10.
a book. Anything based on Cheliax, I got.
Hate this.
Okay. Aubrey and Donovan, your knowledge of the history of this place is relatively about the same. Like I said, you guys have books going through a lot of the Chelish history, and um, the city of Kintargo, also known as the Silver City, is like I said, mostly trade. There's no real natural barriers, um, so it's a pretty open place to get to. You know, it's got rivers that lead into the mainland. It's got a nice port. Most of its exports are like salt and seafoods. Um, as well as silver. There are apparently some silver mines nearby. Which would be why it's referred to as the Silver City. That's most of what you'd know.
We're going to Sandpoint soon. No, we're not. No, Sandpoint's further north of where we're going.
Trying to think here of what would be relevant for this. I guess nothing. That's fine. So yeah, do what you'd like.
Sable's going to grab a room at the inn where everyone's planning to stay. Decide I'm gonna continue tinkering.
Perhaps we could sell that returning sword here.
I doubt it.
It is a very niche object.
You're looking for a shop.
Nah, I agree. It's probably not gonna sell too easily.
Okay. Uh, what? The returning
That
garbage.
sums it up.
So you guys find yourself at the Oceanic Gauntlet. Um, human man behind the bar will gladly take you guys in for about 5 silver apiece.
Decent.
It's a pretty nice place, especially compared to the place you guys stay in West Crown. Um, it's definitely better built, better upkept. So you guys doing anything with your day before you settle in?
No, I think that
All right.
I'd like to go out on the town and kind of now that we're finally experiencing our first shore leave. Zeta would like to experience her first shore leave,
That
and
sounds fun.
celebrate her birthday.
so.
I'm down
Should
with
we
that.
roll to see whose sea legs fuck them up?
You can do what you want. If you want to roll for
That
sea
beard
legs.
stabilizes me.
Don's gonna look for a baker in town.
Third leg.
A baker? All right. Give me a diplomacy check. You're asking around about a baker.
So do I get anything for the fact that I'm a Hell Knight, just walking around in Hell Knight armor? Excuse me, citizen. I'm looking for the bakery.
I'll let you roll intimidation instead of diplomacy.
What did they do?
Where is she?
Where's the baker?
So yeah, it doesn't take too long before somebody spills the beans on where the bakers are,
Thank you for the phrasing.
right?
Don's gonna go to the baker, and he's gonna walk in, and the door is gonna open slowly. Baker, I need your best cake.
So were you just looking for a baker?
Yeah.
Or
The best
a
baker
cake
in
baker?
town.
Oh, the best
Yes.
baker in town. Got you. Okay,
Best cake baker in town.
sure.
Confectioner.
Sure. So you find a behind the counter of a very, for lack of a better word, a very pink bakery.
Excellent.
It's so very pink. It's the most pink building you've ever seen.
Don walks in casually.
And behind the counter, in this building, by the way, there's like a central island. There's a bar that goes around the outside of the building. Other than that, it's open in the front area here. Cakes all over on little stands. People inside kind of inspecting different cakes that they might be purchasing. And right behind the counter is a small gnome woman currently frosting a cake.
Excuse me, ma'am. And Don walks up to the counter. I understand that this is a short notice request, but how much would it cost for your finest cake?
Uh, she she's still basically spinning this cake, sort of like on a pottery spinner, while frosting it. She doesn't even look up, and she just kind of says to herself, "Finest cake, finest cake, finest cake." 100 gold.
100 gold for your finest cake.
Finest cake, 100 gold.
How big is the cake?
She kind of puts her hands up as if she's trying to show you the size of the cake, but it's literally, you can't tell if she's trying to grab the cake that's in front of her or that's what she's telling you how big it is. Like she's trying to show you the size, or she's trying to grab the cake in front of her. You're not sure.
Are you talking about the cake in front of you, or are you saying it's this big?
She says it's this big, and she kind of picks up her little froster and continues frosting. And the cake she's frosting in front of you, the nimbleness with which she's decorating this cake, you've only seen with Sable loading guns.
Good God. Don ponders for a moment and he says, "To be fair, in fairness, I've never really had a cake before, so I'm not sure what it's worth."
She kind of takes one hand and grabs the little plate that this thing is spinning on and kind of slows it to a stop. She hops down, and you obviously know now you know, that she was on a stool of some sort to be above the counter in order to be frosting this cake. And she kind of pitter-patters to the back for a moment. She comes back up, maybe 2 minutes later, with a small, like it looks like a brownie almost, with a little spoon. She kind of slides it across the table. It looks very plain, just a brown something.
Don takes off his helmet and asks, is that for me to taste test?
She hops up on her stool, starts spinning the plate again, and begins frosting. She tells you it's a sample.
Don pops it in his mouth.
Uh, it tastes of blueberries. You don't think that's very special. I mean, it's good. It's a nice cake.
That sounds great right now.
Fort safe.
Don's
And dead.
never had cake before.
That's not unreasonable. I grew up in a fucking cult.
You had a bakery.
No one ever made him a birthday cake.
Who
Oh.
was making the sugar?
You guys had a farm.
Like, you have to refine the sugar from. Like, was somebody making syrup?
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure KFC would have celebrated Don's
Swamp
birthday
syrup?
at some point.
We may have had access to honey at the very
Barely
least,
had contact with
but
each
no
other.
good flavorings.
You guys had
some-
berries and such.
cane?
Don's eyes go wide with joy and he says, "And you have a better cake than this?"
She says, "That's the best cake. Take another bite."
And Don takes another bite.
You take another bite, and it's of strawberries. And it has no different. You don't think you grabbed a different section of the cake or anything. It's all the
Don
same.
immediately puts the 100 gold on the counter.
She kind of scoops the 100 gold and hops down. She heads to the back. She comes back up. Maybe 5 minutes have passed. And she just slides forth this big circular brown cake. She asks if you would like it boxed up.
Yes, please. I'd really appreciate that. And Don
Sure,
is
she-
really giddy with excitement.
She boxes it up, slaps the label on it, and gives it to you. The label reads Prestidigicake.
I just paid 100 gold coins for a cake she cast a spell on.
It's a little more complicated than that.
She a gingerbread witch.
Don is gonna run back to the inn, carrying it very carefully as he does so.
He's running like Charlie with the golden ticket.
Yeah, that's what I imagined.
I'm glad we were all on the same page for that.
When he gets to the inn, he kicks the door in. Zeta! Zeta! Gather the fools!
Gather. Zeta's gonna run around and gather the fools. Fools! Fools, we must gather!
Where's
So,
Zeta?
Just get a
downstairs.
table!
Gathers. I guess.
so as you guys gather around, Don prevents this box. The box has, the actual box itself has, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not just a regular box. It has the emblem, the logo of the place. Thinky Funk, Berry Blasts, Pink Pies and Pastries, and then there's a little space where she wrote in Prestidigicake.
Don presents the cake to the group. And he says, "You can consider this a belated birthday gift to Zeta. Happy birthday, Zeta."
This is certainly an experience. I'll put this in the book.
No. You gotta taste the cake first. And then you need to taste it again. I promise you, this cake is right up your alley.
Oh, we can taste the cake?
Of course, the cake is for eating, Zeta. Oh my god!
Well, then we didn't need the book at all.
Wait, the cake is eating Zeta.
Oh my god, Leland!
Zeta's gonna try the cake.
It tastes of oranges for some reason.
large cream cake. That sounds
I like
awesome.
No, try it again. Try it again.
Zeta's gonna try it again.
It's a chocolate cake.
Zeta's just gonna Just
Chocolate
gonna-
and orange.
freak out.
There's no way we've ever had chocolate before.
You see, it's a different experience every time. It's the perfect cake for you.
Is it?
The pages of this inn just see a Hell Knight losing his shit
Right?
in a very, very pink box.
It's a very pink box.
Francis, I am in such a good mood. I'm going to have to ask you to sing a birthday song.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Leland's
Oh
gonna
no!
duck for
Oh no!
cover.
Oh no! Oh yay!
Oh boy.
Oh boy. All right. So I guess we're in the tavern. How many other people are around?
Not a
As we're doing this,
ton.
Don is cutting up the cake for the group.
It's a
So-
couple dozen.
Okay, so I want to stand up on the table and yell out loud to the rest of the crowd and say, "Attention, attention, everyone! Today is Zeta, her birthday," and I'll kind of motion to her. I'd like everyone to join along in a birthday song. If you know the words, please sing along.
This will go great.
Asmodeus is great.
He sings the birthday song that Master Shake was trying to publicize.
Yeah.
You mean
With Zach
Spiritual
Wilde.
Information Anniversary?
Yes.
Deep within the wombs of time, a creature
you-
must be born. To
Give me
see
a-
that life is united
Is that actually what he's doing?
with the ring of tyranny. Yes.
Yeah, it sounds like a kill switch thing to do. So give me a perform check.
I actually have that on my MP3 player.
I
Of
need to get
course.
it apparently.
Yeah. It's alright, so anyway. I'm gonna try to get everyone to sing along.
They're not singing along. Some people
Don is.
Oh.
Nobody knows the
yeah,
word.
nobody knows the words. Some of them sound like they're trying to, but they're just trying to guess at what the next words are
I
gonna
seem
be.
to recall this was the problem with the original song.
Yep. Is that nobody knew the words.
It's a new song. I'm still working out the kinks. But it's a good enough song.
There's no candles to blow out, but there's cake.
Hold on now. Hold on now. And with that,
Just
I'm gonna
stick a
cast
torch in it.
Good torch.
dancing lights on the cake.
Do you want 3 orbs or a humanoid body?
Yes.
Can I make? No, I want to make it into little clouds, like little weather formations.
Okay, give me a concentration check.
Time to blow up the cake.
I don't think you can fail this, so you'll be okay.
I should know exactly what it is to roll concentration by now.
It's a caster level plus
Caster level.
ability.
Okay, cool. Be 7 now. Oof.
Yeah, just don't mess up. Yeah, you're fine. So you make these little light clouds, little light-based cloud formations. Imagine a light bulb shaped like a cloud. That's what you got going on.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, kind of like that. Just like little,
A little dimmer though, a lot dimmer.
yeah, not like super bright, but of the light of a small candle,
Yeah, sure.
and basically just in different little weather formations. One like a cloud, maybe one. I don't know if I could funnel it to like a small tornado or something.
It comes out like a upside down cone, but sure.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I'll say happy birthday, Zeta.
This is the best birthday yet.
Better than the one a couple of weeks ago.
Blow out your dancing lights and make a wish.
Zeta's going to attempt to blow out dancing light.
I want to kind of like move the lights a little bit, but like bring them back and say no. Try again.
Oh, try to blow it out again.
How do you try to
Okay.
blow them out? Just get close to them?
Yep. And then if that doesn't work, I'm gonna turn my blades back on and I'm gonna blow them out that way.
After doing that for a little while, I'll eventually put him out.
I will
Merriment
apologize
is had.
for messing up everybody's hair.
Yep, merriment is had.
Merriment.
Well, you guys wanting to fit anything else with this day? Or was Prestidigicate good enough?
I think that was good enough.
And can I end off with a song to Asmodeus in the bar?
Sure. Not a ton of people, but you get about 8 gold worth of the coinage out of it.
These people paid well.
You're still in Cheliax, so you're doing well with this Asmodeus skit.
They're still into it, are they?
So, if there was nothing else, the next morning comes. It's Neth the 15th. It is pretty cold out. Definitely below freezing. You guys go load up on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. On the ship you go. The captain greets you with a few extra deckhands. Some new guys. You guys all load up. Ebony questions the captain on whether her rations are still safe.
Are they?
They are. He's moved them out of the bilges though, and into like a barrel.
Into a barrel.
Yeah. I need this. But you guys head back out onto sea.
No.
Is there anything you guys are wanting to do while at sea?
Just get some reading in. Enjoy.
It's just another, well, however many days of just killing time.
Yep. Okay. So it's another couple of days. Not a whole lot happen.
Oh, come on. No more monster attacks.
Oh, the new guys didn't die like the last ones.
Nope. Didn't seem like the new guys have died like the last ones. A couple extra days pass. Nothing really happens on Star Day, but by Sunday, you guys arrive in Corvosa.
Very big.
Not an incredibly huge city. It's about the size of the central island of West Crown. One thing that stands out immediately is that there's still a lot of devil iconography here.
Go on.
Well,
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, well, guys, should we make our way straight for that cave, or should we rest here for a bit?
Well, we've been resting for a couple of days already.
I mean, Devil
Maybe
Cave sounds
get a
pretty
map.
cool.
I feel pretty well rested.
Then let's head out of Corvosa and head straight for that cave.
Do we even
Perhaps
know
we
where
should
this
ask
cave
around.
is?
Yeah, we should ask around. Maybe there's more information that we can gather before heading directly there.
Oh, by the way, congratulations, guys. You're not heretics anymore.
I
We were
already-
never heretics. Not since the village.
Not since the incident.
We should probably purchase a map while we're here before we head out.
Good
I don't know.
idea.
Do they sell maps to heretics, Don?
Like I said, not heretics anymore.
Maybe they only sell maps to heretics.
Should probably sell. Send this-
Send what?
we should probably send this,
Francis?
right? Because he's the heretic now, right?
Wait,
Actually, yeah, Francis would be the most disturbing person in our party at this point.
let's.
I feel like he's always been.
Well,
So we're gonna go look for a map.
got me.
Okay.
I'm just gonna ask around about dragons and caves in the wilderness.
Leland would definitely be doing his usual asking about dragons.
Sure. Let me get diplomacy checks.
Guys, check out this sweet, sweet diplomacy.
Zeta's gonna look for a library.
You're gonna look for a what?
Look.
A
Oh,
library.
Oh, wow.
what is with my
I
rolls?
rolled higher than Francis.
I have a plus 16.
I have a -1.
What are we
Oh,
rolling for?
super good.
Diplomacy?
Well,
We're just
they're
walking
rolling for
around.
diplomacy because they're looking for stuff. You can-
We're looking for a map.
I was asking about dragons.
Okay. What is happening here? There's so many rolls happening. All right. What kind of questions are you asking, Leland, about these dragons?
You know, the usual, asking for, you know, if anyone's heard anything about a dragon threatening the realm, whatever, and if so, if they could point them in the right direction.
Gotcha. So no one has heard of any dragons in the area. We're not aware of any kind of threat to the area. Sable, you're looking for a library?
A map.
A map. Okay, so you go into a little general store. Ask for a map. I'm assuming of Corvosa.
Of Corvosa and the general surrounding landscape.
General surrounding landscape.
Like a map telling me points of interest in the area.
Gotcha.
So like an atlas.
Yeah.
So, the local map, easy enough to find. A local map with points of interest are a bit harder to come across. The atlas you have already has a stylized map of Varesia. With basic points of interest.
Right. Well, I guess I'll grab the general map and call it a day.
All right. Boop. You guys should be on the new map, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. All right. So, you guys have a little map. Are you guys just gonna go south now?
Oh,
Go
sorry.
ahead.
I wanted to
Information
wander
with
around.
dragons.
I wanted to wander around Quivos.
Yeah, just try to get a bearing for the place.
For what place? Oh, for
The
Corvosa?
area.
Sure.
Like asking people around about the surrounding
this not-
wilderness stuff.
Where not to wander so we don't get killed.
Essentially.
Sure. Here, I'm about to have you a generalized map. Okay. I've got too many tabs open.
That'll happen.
Yeah.
I'm back.
Here's your general map for the area around Corvosa.
It's all zoomed in and pixely.
Yeah, I know. There we go. Now you've got a handout of it. All right.
Sorry. Once more. Sorry.
Once more, what?
I will be right back. I have to check on something.
All
Need
right.
food.
But yeah, you guys would know a lot about this area, or a decent amount about this area.
There's
More than
no
zero.
handout of it.
Did I not make it visible or something? I didn't make it visible. There.
There we go.
Okay. So, what are you guys wanting to accomplish? You're wandering around.
I want to look for a
You want to look for what?
library.
Library.
Gotcha. If you ask it around about the library situation, you are very much pointed towards towards the academy.
Oh, terrific. Yeah, that's where we wanted to go anyways.
All right.
So
You
I'll go
guys-
to the academy. Yeah.
Yes, head that way. All right. So when you guys get to the academy, there are a couple of things you notice right away. First off, the whole place is surrounded by a very large hall-like structure that wraps around it. Um, there's a lot of different people coming in and out, and a large portion of them seem to have imps following them around, carrying things.
Gross.
I'm back. What a mess.
Oh,
I
you just
wandered over to the academy.
yeah.
Guess I'll go with.
So on the gates, you would actually see there's a goodness. There's a red-crowned portcullis sits below an arch of 7 small red stars, uh, which both are below a large red star, and all are on a black field. And the arms are supported by 2 imps. A red crystal ball on red silk surmounts on the coat of arms on the portcullis itself.
Place is incredibly gaudy.
Yeah, incredibly gaudy.
Is it the gates are closed, open?
No, they're open. The gate is raised up, and you see a lot of individuals coming to and from the place.
Well, I am Zeta, so I'm just gonna kind of walk in and start introducing myself and asking around the academy how exciting this place is.
Um, the people you interact with are a little off. They're a little off put by someone being so forward with them. But
I'm gonna give them direct eye contact.
they greet you all the same. You know, they're asking if you're newly enrolled.
No,
Is this your first semester?
no,
How long have you been a student here?
I'm not.
I'm like, oh, then why are you? Are you a custodial? Or
Oh no, I'm merely touring the grounds.
oh, okay. Uh, well, you're free to look around, I suppose. I don't know. I don't know what the rules are about that exactly. But he kind of points in past the portcullis to the central structure of this place. Because, like I said, there's a big wall. So this area right here is the academy, by the way. Beep. This one. So the central structure, he lets you know, is the Hall of Summoning, and around the central area are the different other halls. It says there's the Hall of Seeing, the Hall of Induction, the Hall of Wards, the Hall of Lies, the Hall of Shaping, the Hall of Charms, the Hall of Whispers, and the Hall of Crafting, as well as Ornello's Hall, which is just administration and student
Just
quarters.
fantastic. All of these places. The Hall of Steam. Where was that?
He
Can,
kind
can
of
you point us in the direction? Yeah.
right. He kind of points off to one side and lets you know that the Hall of Seeing, the Hall of Induction, the Hall of Wards are in that direction, and in the other direction you have the Hall of Lies, the Hall of Shaping, the Hall of Charms, the Hall of Whispers, and the Hall of Crafting. And then if you follow further that way, you'll run into Ornello's Hall as well as student quarters.
I will thank him greatly, and we'll immediately begin heading towards the Hall of Steam.
Sure.
And I suppose Jonathan will follow.
Did you just call me Donathan?
Yeah.
Stop it.
That is horrible.
yes, I will follow.
Your name is Donna.
So as you're traveling through the hall, because it is a single hall with a lot of classes, uh, like doorways on either side of this hall. There's also a ton of mirrors along the walls and ceiling. And when you look into the mirrors, you don't see yourself, but instead you see other people looking at you.
I'm gonna wave at them.
And they wave back, many of them.
Excellent.
Don nods. He's fully clad in Hell Knight armor. The helmet's on and everything.
Donovan, they're so friendly.
Yeah, off-puttingly so.
If you guys continue, you'll end up with the Hall of Induction.
Oh no, I'd like to find like an instructor or a professor, whatever you would call it in the academy.
Sure.
In the Hall of Scene.
If there's plenty of doorways. If you look through the little window in the door, a lot of classes ongoing.
Arcane knowledge. Hall of Scene is divination.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna look for some kind of figure of authority. Basically, the most unappealing figure in a room. She's probably going to assume is the figure of authority.
Sure.
That would be Dawn.
So what are you gonna do when you get into the classroom?
Is a class actively in session?
Yeah. You guys are here in the middle of the day. Like, classes are ongoing.
I don't rightly want to interrupt a class.
You could sit in on them.
Could sit in on the class. Donovan, this sounds exciting. I've never been to a.
I surmise you'll be bored very quickly. Let's get this over with.
So I guess we'll find a seat.
Sure. You find yourself a seat,
Don,
and
you're in full armor still.
Yes,
Excellent.
I most definitely do not look like a spellcaster.
Just trying to just picturing you trying to sit down at a seat in a class.
Tries to get comfortable. He looks up. Sorry.
It's actually really tough.
But I suppose we'll sit down on the class and
okay.
okay. Is the class over after 5 minutes?
No.
Okay.
Oh my god. Bored.
Yes.
Yeah,
See,
it would be
looks
pretty
over
boring.
to,
Because literally, this is a class. This is like a very early class. The guy's going over very simple verbal and somatic components of
Dawn is
simple
fascinated.
spells. He's basically instructing people, prepping them for a test you imagine is going to be just casting detect magic.
Has Dawn learned how to detect magic?
He can certainly try,
Wingardium Leviosa.
right?
No, Don. Leviosa.
Yeah, sure, Dawn will try to detect magic.
Uh,
Try.
Are you gonna sit in for this whole lecture, or are you getting up after 5 minutes?
Yeah, yeah, sorry. After like 5 minutes, since the lecture isn't done yet, Zeta just kind of like lays her head horizontal on the desk and just stares straight at Don.
Don shakes his head and mouths to her, "You wanted this." But he forgets that his face is under a helmet. And he continues to watch, completely fascinated to the lecture.
You guys are gonna sit in on this whole lecture?
How long is it?
You're not gonna know until it's over, are you?
How interesting is it?
Don is, like I said, completely fascinated. Oh no.
Hmm.
Zeta seems less fascinated.
She can cast detect magic.
So, after about 4 more minutes, it is just kind of like
Gets up and leaves.
Zeta's fallen asleep.
Okay. Everybody else okay with chilling out for this session of class?
It's just Zeta and I, so go to someone else.
No,
Thought I-
Aubrey's there.
Oh.
Wait, where's everybody else?
I was off buying a map.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize we split the party here.
Yeah.
Where's Leland?
Sitting on the lecture.
No,
Please.
no, I think Sable
Please.
took Leland.
I need another heavy armor.
Another heavy armor boy.
It's just creaking in the distance.
Well, where's Killswitch?
I don't know. I'm kind of interested in the magic class.
Yeah,
Okay.
Killswitch should probably-
So is
Gosh,
Killswitch and Donovan just gonna
Nice.
sit in on this class?
Was this while we were out asking around about?
Apparently, this is why you guys are going to look for a map.
Yes.
So, so-
Leland has been badgering the populace about a dragon the entire time.
yeah, gotta find out about it.
So, while Sable is dragging Leland to look for a map, he's asking about dragons.
Sure. So where are you guys headed after you get your maps, I guess?
Because we did not set a meeting place at all, Sable's just going to take Leland to the job board.
What job board?
Exactly. Hold on.
You're not in a West Crown anymore. Better click your heels 3 times.
That was nice. I appreciate that. There's no place like Chiliax. There's no place like Chiliax. Wow, I never thought I'd say that.
Hang on. Ooh.
8.
I feel like
Sable's
Sable's
gonna look at Leland, look around. Where's everyone else? Oh no. Leland, do you have any earthly idea where the others might be?
a Galarian-ly idea. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry.
Sable's just going to sigh. Look,
I would have told everybody that I was going to a library.
did you?
I
Oh,
gathered
you went to a library.
I gathered Dawn and I gathered Francis. So I was asking everybody. So
I must check on my meat. I shall return.
Whoa,
now,
whoa,
I,
whoa.
now I didn't say that I was going to the academy. I did say I was going to go find a library.
Alright. Well, Leland, looks like we're going to go find a library.
I thought we
Alright,
were
so you
here
guys
to
are gonna
look
go.
for the dragon.
Well, to find the dragon, we need everybody else, and everyone else is at the library. And from the library, we can go to the cave maybe and find a dragon. But while we're at the library, we can maybe look for books regarding dragons. And I can help you learn to read a little better while we wait on everyone else. So Leland and Sable are gonna go to the library.
Alright, so you guys are asking around about the library?
Yep.
Yeah, diplomacy.
That's a D10, not a 20.
Wow. So yeah, you guys eventually get pointed in the same direction, towards the academy. You see that same academy seal on the portcullis.
Sable is going to ask around, seeing asking, have any of you seen a guy with like a 10-foot long beard, a girl with blue skin, and a guy wearing Hell Knight plate?
Are you just asking everybody to see this?
Yeah, just kind of passing people by, just like, hey, have you seen this? Have you seen these people? Have you seen these people?
Okay. Uh, keep that same diplomacy. It takes you a little while, but you get pointed in the right direction down to
I
the
do.
hall of seeing.
I do kind of stand out.
Well, fucking
Maybe
Donovan
not
stands
as
out.
much as a Hell Knight in not Hell Knight country.
Stomping around.
The only one that really blends in is
There's a
Francis.
citadel not far from here. What are you talking about?
Last time you'll say that.
But yeah, you find, you start going through the hall of seeing. I'm assuming looking through classrooms. You'll see Donovan just sitting there, staring at this class going on, as well as Kill Switch, and Zeta's just asleep at the desk.
See, it probably took us a while to get there.
Oh yeah, it's probably been uh, an hour or so.
And the lecture's still going on.
Yeah, it looks like it's starting to wind down. Like
Alright.
periods are about to change.
Did I get any good notes out of that lecture?
Sure, I'll give you a +1 to Arcane, to Knowledge Arcane with against Divination specifically.
And
Okay.
did Dodd learn
Just
how to detect magic?
inherent. I'm gonna say no.
Oh. Anyway, while Sable spots them, she's going to look at Dawn and pull out one of her bullets and chuck it at Dawn's helmet.
Ooh, give me an attack roll. Then he's away from the computer, but that'll bop out, I'm sure.
Yeah.
That's gonna be loud.
All right. You want to take 5 while we're waiting on it?
Yeah.
All right. We'll meet up
If
at
you missed,
10 exactly.
I was going to do a follow up. Whole bag of caltrops.
Right. Not a handful of caltrops, just the whole bag.
The whole bag.
Yeah.
Just a 2-pound weight
All right. I'll
in
be
a
right back.
burlap sack hits you in the back of the head.
Ping! Hey, get out of there!
Now, I'm not guaranteeing that the bag was all the way closed. Hits him in the back of the head and then scatters
This is how we disrupt it.
in a classroom.
I picture that a bell is about to go off and the class is going to start getting up.
Perfect time to
I
do
don't
it.
know if they even have a bell.
I don't either.
Yeah, I feel like that presumes a lot. That they might
I
have
know
a
a lot of colleges don't have a bell. It's. Oh, I forgot to check the clock. Sorry, you're late to your next class.
They may just have the screams of mortals.
Is this Massini again? What was that other place we went to? What was that place with all the flying around demon people, devil people?
That was
Belt?
Belled.
Beld, yeah.
It's where
Bet
the
Beld has one of those.
religious nut jobs were coming from.
flying around on devil steeds.
God, do I wish we could get level 8 this session, but it's too late.
I return. For now. What just happened?
Yeah, It's not.
It's not that bad.
Okay, what
She
happened?
just threw a small explosive at the back of your head.
Who?
Me.
Why?
Well, more, I threw a bullet at you
Why?
because you're in a classroom.
And?
He needed to get your attention.
Yeah, without disrupting the class.
Yeah, but you just threw a metal bullet at a metal man. Ding!
Oh, class is dismissed.
Classic.
That's the hope, but
Dawn turns around to say,
hang on. We're on 5.
"Oh, we're on 5.
Yeah.
Cool. I can keep cooking my burger."
Yes.
Well, we were waiting on you.
Oh. I mean, I'm gonna
now
be,
we're waiting on Leslie.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
be
now-
back, here and back like intermittently.
Well, yeah. Do it. Go get the burger.
I mean, it's cooking. It's a very big burger. Fuck, I love burgers.
I
could
thought
get
it was.
some burger.
Oh, is that the sausage for this campaign?
I guess.
Ooh,
Anyway,
sausage
I'm
burgers.
gonna go keep an eye on it.
Just put some ground meat into a casing. Just eat a hot dog and a burger at the same time.
Delicious.
Delicious.
Why not a hot dog with a burger bun?
See, there's the bread to meat ratio just gets all whack.
But that's the whole point. It's just
Yeah, I
a
guess
meat
that's
to meat
true.
ratio.
The bread is the best part of the sandwich.
I don't know. Me and bread have been coming to blows recently.
It's real good though.
I don't like it when it's.
See Max sitting about bread.
Max doesn't know what he wants.
No, he definitely knows what he wants.
He wants mice.
No, he doesn't. He's too old for that shit.
Wants butt pets and wet food.
Dear God, yeah. Every day that's not wet food day is a bad day.
It's true. I feel that deeply.
You should see our fat cat. He eats all the wet food.
A good fat cat in my life.
And
Max,
we split up a can of cat food between our 3 cats. Loki finishes his, moves on to Stevie's after pushing Stevie away, and moves on to Skittles after pushing Skittles away.
Alright, everybody back?
yeah.
Don just went back out to check on his burger.
God damn it.
That makes sense. He's competing for the food then. Max is like, it'll be there later.
Who does Max?
You guys are finally going north.
Go north.
Go north.
We've got our horses with us.
And we've bypassed all the shadows.
And we only got 3 people killed.
Well,
And we avenged 2 of them.
yeah. I don't think it works like that, but sure.
Still tired?
Me?
What?
I'm not tired. Just cooking a
Oh,
burger.
Yep, everybody's
Oh,
back.
he's back.
Alright.
Gonto burger.
So, Donovan,
Yep.
you get plinked in the head.
Ah, the fabled spitball. Donovan ponders if so quickly as in his tenure of school, he has already met his first school bully. He turns around to meet his match. The Sables. He turns to meet his match and sees that it was Sable, and he is met with naught but disappointment. for he hoped that he would be the one to put someone in a locker today.
Sable is just standing there with her arms folded, just. What are you guys doing?
Donovan turns his attention back to the front of the class.
We're learning.
Get in, nerd. We're learning.
Leland's gonna go take a seat. He's not gonna take the giant sword off of his back, so it's probably in the way of the person behind him. Just,
Hey.
cluttering armor, bumping into things.
Zeta just kind of snores and shifts a little bit.
Imagine you barely fit in the chair.
The instructor must be so upset with us right now.
Hey, Don, you want to copy my notes?
Don
They haven't-
ignores Francis.
They haven't kicked us out.
Don, you want to copy my notes?
Don ignores Francis.
Sable just folds her arms and leans on the doorway, just. And just waits.
This poor instructor. You're the worst.
Just commandeer an entire table and do some gun maintenance.
You know what? You know what? Hang on.
Oh my god, it's gonna happen.
No, she does not do that.
Damn it. I just
Okay.
wanted to make this instructor's life even worse.
This poor instructor.
The instructor doesn't seem to notice. He has his back turned to you for most of it, drawing on a chalkboard. Drawing's not a good word. He prestidigitates the chalkboard. But in the middle of a sentence, you guys hear a bell sound. Seems to originate from nowhere, though you're sure is heard audibly throughout the entire building. A lot of the students begin to stand. The professor makes sure to tell people what assignments they have for the day as people start to funnel out of the classroom and into the main hall.
Don pokes Zeta awake.
Yeah, Zeta will wake up. And would this be a good opportunity to catch the instructor, I suppose?
Sure.
So I'm gonna go up to the instructor and introduce myself. I'm Zeta Monticello, wizard at large, and that I'm looking for any information that anything that he may know, as we went to him as a foremost expert in the divination field, what he may know about aneromancy.
Know about a what?
Aneromancy?
A narromancy?
Yeah. Aneromancy.
Don mentions offhand to her, hey, you could ask about that bandit lord while you're here.
Well, he introduces himself as Rasvan Lupul. He'll let you know that he's an instructor here in the Hall of Seeing. He says he's he's somewhat familiar with some spells that involve dreams, though they're not all divination. He kind of ponders for a moment and says, in fact, the only spell I know of that's dream-based and in the divination school is not arcane in nature.
She'll inquire as to the nature of it.
She says those who revere dreams are often those who revere nature, as well as some more um, pious, both of which have been known to um, use the spell known as Traveling Dream. Imagine having a lucid dream, but it be an out of body experience. So
Very
they
well.
say.
I suppose that would make sense. We would talk shepherds, dreams. I will tell him. Jade his time. That was all I needed. Thank you.
He
And
says
I will.
you would likely have better luck. Um, which hall is it? In where is it? Hold on. I'll tell you in a minute. God damn it. Yeah. I forget what they call it. Oh, the the Hall of Summoning. As most dream-based magics are conjuration.
All right. Yeah. We'll thank him for his time and for his excellent instruction, and she will turn and leave.
All right. You
Sable's
guys.
going to retrieve her bullet,
Okay.
and she's got a question.
Convenient, because the bullet's gonna roll pretty much all the way down to the lecturer.
Like, hi, I'm a friend of Zeta. You just spoke. I was wondering if you had heard anything about dragons in the area.
Or minotaurs.
He says, I've heard tell recently of a small black dragon.
That's likely our dragon.
He says you must be very proud to ask people about your dragon.
That gets me.
Right, what about minotaurs and perhaps a cave to the south?
He says, I did hear of a minotaur infestation of sorts in the mountains to the south, yes?
Can you point us in the direction? She'll show him the map of where this infestation might be.
Hold on.
Also, Don, no one's gonna ask about Bandit Boy.
Oh, why not?
You basically proved to us that he was a fraud.
Hey, never know. Might not be.
He points at the mountains, the mountainous area just south of Corvosa. Because there's a strip of the Mindspin Mountains that jut out and form a natural barrier between Varizia and Nadal.
And Sable will state, I've got one more final question. any kind of link between these minotaurs and dragons?
So the only dragons I've heard of as of late was a dragon you claimed to be yours.
Alright, well, thank you for your time.
He goes back to cleaning the board.
Zeta's gonna march back in.
The audacity.
March back in.
How dare he clean?
Ebony isn't ours. She's her own dragon. Is Ebony
March
in the
back
building?
in and ask if he knows Arthas.
Says I've met a few Arthuses. He ponders for a moment of the pluralization of Arthas.
Arthritis.
Arthas Garador.
Arthesis. Arthese.
You lucky fucks. He says, wait, do you guys actually remember his last name?
It's Garador.
Nope.
What?
If you're asking about an Arthas Garador, he's never met an Arthas Garador.
Don will produce the letters that y'all gave him about the extensions and shit and hand them to Zeta.
Which would have his name on it.
Right.
Mhm.
Arthas Tuca.
We know his name is Arthas Garador.
Yes, but this one has his other name, Arthas Tudo.
Oh, okay.
How have you guys fucked up his name twice in that one sentence?
That was
Yeah.
definitely the name we got originally, Garador.
I was just saying what I thought you said. I don't know his name.
Where did you guys get Garador?
That's what I got written down from first time we met him.
To the tapes. No.
Fair.
Him and his friend. What's his friend's name? Wart? Yeah,
Hold on.
Wart.
Yeah,
Well,
Arthas
I have the
Garador.
letters with his name on them.
That's it. Oh, well, Gary Ador. Good enough.
Close.
Okay. In any case, he let you know he heard of this Arthas some years ago. He apparently killed an instructor.
Do you know why?
It's some sort of freak accident attempting advanced metamagics in the Hall of Induction.
Was it teleportation?
So it'd be very strange to use teleportation in the Hall of Induction. And that's more a Hall of Summoning's speed. Hall of Induction is evocation.
The hell's the difference?
Don't worry about that part. Anyways, you're saying Hall of Abduction. I suppose more importantly, did he actually have a family?
I wouldn't know. He never took my class. He apparently was well more advanced than what my class teaches when he got here.
Well, where are the advanced classes?
Kind of points out into the hall further down. The further down the hall you go, the more advanced the classes get.
Okay, well, yeah. Might check there, I guess.
They might know something.
It says, perhaps. It's been a few years. You're not exactly gonna... There was probably only one instructor that would remember him well.
The dead one?
The dead one. He was lackluster. Kind of blends in with the furniture. No one really knew his name until he... Well...
Well, if there was one place to talk to the dead,
Says, you could try the Hall of Whispers. Though I don't know how they'll feel about trying to speak with a former instructor.
I'm not sure if our group should go anywhere near something called a Hall of Whispers.
I don't know. Let's ask the shoulder devil. So we have a minotaur infestation or something to deal with now?
Minotaur infestation where the cave is.
Oh. Oh. Huh.
Yeah.
Well, guess we have to go there anyway.
We could ask them to leave.
Something tells me they won't be as amicable as Tybee.
I think the only reason Tybee is acting the way he is because he was raised properly with Gil.
Whoa. Let's not say what proper is.
You're right. My mistake there. The only reason he acts the way he does is because he's been with Mr. Gil.
Mr. Gill the heretic.
A pleasant
Don't
haircut.
don't say that. I missed.
Anyway, we should head for that cave. That's why we came here.
All right, let's go for the cave. I know where I need to go.
The academy's not going anywhere.
It's an academy, Wizard Sable. Let's not put limits.
It's still not going anywhere.
For now.
For now,
Yes.
you're right.
Sable, your village.
Hey, I'm magical. Anyway, to the cave.
Okay. So it's about 4 p.m. when you guys step out of the classroom. The sun's getting low in the sky. If you'd like, you're free to leave the city.
Sable's gonna stay to the group. I don't know about you guys, but well, I think we're all pretty well rested. Do we want to travel through the night? There should be no shadows around here.
Suddenly shadows. Sure, I don't mind.
I don't mind the dark.
Okay.
Besides, what's the worst that could happen?
Why? Why? Why?
Oh, nobody said it yet. It must be my turn.
Pretty sure I've always said it.
I've
I
always
am.
said it.
I am an eternal optimist.
So yeah, looks like we're gonna be traveling through the night. We've got our horses.
No, we don't. They're still statues.
Oh, Aubrey has to say the magic word once we're out of
Mashed
town.
potatoes.
Do we want them now?
When we're out of
No.
town.
No.
In the inn.
Let's wait
In
until
the
we.
academy.
No, I mean like right now, like on this trip in general.
We don't really have a dire need for them.
You're
Yeah,
right.
we also
we?
can't really return with them in their horse form.
You're right. Let's walk.
It's not that far out of town, is it?
The mountain
am I
range?
just-
Mountain range. We'd have to cross a river.
Yeah. Well, the river, you're fine, because the river cuts in through town. So most of the town is on the southern side of the river. You guys are already on the southern side.
I will also point out, as the resident wizard, that renting horses would be far cheaper than wasting the spell already.
I don't know. I think we can just walk.
Where did we leave the cart?
Back in West Crown.
Yes. Go on.
So looking at the map, you'd approximate it's about 30 miles to the mountain range.
We can hope that.
Is that what you're doing?
How far? 30 miles.
Let's
We can't walk 30 miles.
You guys
Let's
walked
rent
further.
horses. Let's rent it.
We have
Or
walked further.
Just use the horses we have. Oh, wait. Price.
I mean, we can bring them out of the statue.
We just can't put them back in.
Yeah.
I'm gonna offer an alternative for you. Because the only person who has less than 30-foot move speed is Leland. You can make one horse, and then Ober can put it back later.
I could do that.
Or Leland could just not wear his armor.
We just carry the armor.
How long does it take to don full plate?
It's not full plated chainmail.
Oh. How long does it take to don chainmail?
About 10 seconds.
So 3 rounds. 2 rounds.
Oh, I suppose we could just walk.
Yeah, we could go for it.
Okay,
We have enough rations by 4.
sure.
Oh, yes.
So you guys start hoofing it. There's a prominent road that leads south out of Corvosa. It does get late. The sun sets. And
Zombies.
dead. No. So nothing much happens on the travel. It's rather peaceful out here. You guys make it to the base of the mountain range well into the night. It's pretty late. Sun is set for a while, though the moon has been pretty helpful in lighting the way. It's not terrible. You guys are welcome to press on or set up camp.
Pretty well rested still. Just go for it.
Does anyone want a survival to see, it's safe to press on? Or,
Oh, yeah. By the way, Zuta's going to cast.
You're doing what?
Just what?
Zuta's going to cast.
Just tell us what the name of the spell is.
Zeta's gonna cast Mage Armor.
Mage armor.
Mage armor.
Yes.
How long does that last?
7 hours.
7 hours?
7 hours, yes.
I'll go ahead and throw
1 hour per level.
I'll go ahead and throw Mage Armor on over too. Might as well set up if needed.
Wow. Mage armor must have got a buff. I don't remember it being that good.
Oh no, it's always been
I
like
thought
this.
it was only 10 minutes, but
Thought it was a minute per level.
That's shield.
mm,
You're a shield.
Sounds like Don's tired and needs to go to bed.
Look at
Maybe
that,
we
an
can-
hour per level.
So,
No, Mage Armor's dumb.
you guys are
It's armor.
continuing forward through the mountain pass?
We're gonna start looking for them minotaurs.
Sure. Uh, it gets pretty into the early hours. You figure in a couple hours the sun will start to rise.
We should probably get some rest.
We should probably find
Give me perception checks at disadvantage for anybody who has no low light vision.
can I get a 7? Nope.
See,
I felt Sable still gets it with a D12.
Nice.
The D.
Decent.
Hey, hey.
Oh,
So-
shit.
Kill switch, Sable, Zeta. It's getting late. It's dark. It's not super dark, right? Let me double check the calendar.
Well, we both rolled the same, Zeta. Not the same, but the same 2 rolls. Oh, and the same. We both rolled the same.
Yeah, it's not too dark. It's getting pretty close to a full moon. Not quite there, but close. And you see in the distance, probably a couple hundred yards up the mountain pass, a cave.
That must be the cave Gil was talking about.
Cave ho.
shall we go investigate?
May as well. It's probably where the minotaurs are too.
Well, no time like the present.
Okay.
Who's going in first?
Yeah, who's walking into the presumably minotaur-infested cave first?
Cast
Zeta will.
iron
Is
on-
no one gonna
Cast iron on a pebble and
cast
throw it
any
in.
bells or something?
Okay, I'm assuming my sound died. Yeah.
I just want to see how bad this is.
Alright, what are all these rolls?
Stealth checks. Azita's at 26, I'm at 28, Francis is at 20.
It's okay, just
Sorry,
let me know
David,
your
had to
stealth and...
validate all of it.
I
No, he-
said
he-
before I rolled that
I
I
know.
wasn't actually sneaking. I just wanted to see it.
And we're just gonna kind of creep up towards the cave.
Sure. You look inside. It's dark.
Zeta's gonna blink and turn on her dark vision.
It's black and white.
Perfect. It's dark.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'll keep creeping into the cave.
Sure. Zeta, give me a perception check, and I'm gonna give you disadvantage with a hero point. Okay. There's a lot of very fine material on the ground. As you're kind of coming through, you're kicking up a lot of dust. It's hard to make out what it is in the black and white.
I will go ahead and pick it up.
You reach down to grab it, it's just like soot or ash.
Hang on, sorry, you said there's something that it feels like I'm kicking up?
Yeah, it's like every time you step forward, you can see a little cloud as you're walking. And when you reach down to pick it up, it's just like,
Powder.
yeah, it's like a powder almost. You guys are a good ways into the cave at this point, probably 20, 30 yards.
I guess I'll go in with them just to make sure they don't fucking die.
Yeah, I guess we'll just hang back so we don't
Right.
give everyone away.
Move at like a quarter speed.
I'm sneaking!
Is there anything I can tell about this dust?
Give me a knowledge nature.
KFC has that.
Yeah, this is some sort of ashes.
It's the Minotaurs.
It's cocaine.
Finally!
A cave of cocaine. A co-cave, if you will.
Sable's going to whisper, "There's ashes here. You must have found a dragon."
How well does this cave echo?
There's not too much of an echo.
Give me perception, Leland.
I think it's a plus. Yeah, it's plus 6.
Sorry, guys. Oh, God, thank you.
Oh no.
Aren't you glad I soaked that nat 1 for you?
Oh,
Is that
See-
Leland's stealth check?
No, that's his perception. Hear me say, "I think we found a dragon."
Oh. Okay, good.
You guys pressing on?
yeah, good.
I'm gonna tell Zeta, "Francis and I should hang back. You, with your vision in the dark, can press forward. If it's a dragon, we need to get the hell out of here and regroup."
So send Zeta in alone.
Zeta can see.
Great.
I guess since we're hanging back, Don and I could use torches, or he could just light his hands up.
I've got a better idea. Hang on, let's go back out. Let's go back out.
All right.
Okay, we go back out.
Okay, so we all go back out. And we'll tell Don and Leland that there's ashes all over the ground. That whatever was in the cave seems to have yeah,
Been incinerated?
something like that.
Huh, fun.
Were there bones?
I don't
I
think
didn't-
we got far enough in to find the bones. Just ash.
How strange. We require a large accumulation of things to make a noticeable layer of ash.
Do we want to investigate this cave now?
We could,
Because I can
What-
go and investigate the cave.
how big was the cave? How far did you get?
We got pretty far down the cave, and then the ash started becoming fairly plentiful. Decided it would
So you
be
didn't
best
reach
if we
an
came
end?
back this way. Not yet.
I suppose we should. search it further. It seems to have been deserted if you were able to just walk in and come out.
Unless whatever is in there is deeper.
Would you like to wait until morning before we go back in?
I think that might be better if we wait till morning.
I mean, I can go check it out real quick.
Alright, go check it out real quick.
No harm in that.
So I'm gonna go ahead and cast Fly.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast that on myself, and then I'm gonna cast Invisibility. And if something invisible was shedding magical light, how would you resolve that for something observing the invisible thing?
Probably be a sourceless light.
But the thing emitting the light is invisible.
Yep.
The light itself doesn't become invisible though once it leaves you.
You could use dancing lights so they're not on your person.
Or you could cover the thing emitting the light.
Or you could just use your dark vision.
Yeah, let's just use the dark vision. All right, so I am then going to
So
cast.
do you have something emitting light?
No, I have dark vision.
Okay.
And then finally, I'm going to cast haste on myself.
It only lasts a few rounds, doesn't it?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm
Just
sorry,
make it quick.
not haste, not haste. I'm sorry. Expeditious retreat.
Gotcha. It also lasts, what, a few minutes?
Yes.
Okay.
Zoom through it. Invisible flying.
Yeah. So I'm just going to zoom through the cave, invisible, flying. You had my. Do you want me to make a stealth check?
I'll, you can try. You go ahead and throw it. How quickly are you moving?
Quick.
I'm assuming one move action per turn.
Very quick.
So that's the thing about two is that the thing about Zeta, she's kicking up wind all around her.
Why would I be kicking up wind?
Because you always kick up wind.
You can
I
suppress
can.
it.
Yeah, I can concentrate.
How do you
to suppress that.
how do you concentrate? What kind of action is that?
That's a good question.
Oh, check it out in spells. What kind of check a or what kind of action a concentration to maintain a spell is?
But that's a passive ability, not a spell, so it would be racial ability.
Hang on, it gets kind of silly.
Telling me. It's a swift action. You can actually kill it off as a swift action.
Oh, okay. Well, easy enough.
Yeah.